Hello everyone, and once again welcome back to the PUBG Mobile Club Open 2020 Fall Split. My name is Varun Super Johnny John, and today we're going to start our journey, the second phase of our journey, which is going to be the semi-finals. We had 32 teams when we started the group stages, but now we are down to these 24 teams, which from here on out are going to play the matches in the semi-finals. And after the semi-finals, 15 teams from here, the top 15 teams, will move on to the finals, where freestyle is already waiting for them, from where teams will fight it out to see who is going to take how much prize money and who is going to qualify for PMPL Season 2. But we'll talk about that more. Allow me to introduce my analyst for the day, ladies and gentlemen. It is going to be the Papa Bear Fixes.
Thank you so much, Johnny. And yes, freestyle is definitely going to wait there in the finals. But recently, we did hear they've had a couple of roster changes.
Yeah.
And so we'll have to see as to how that team gels up with the roster in such a short amount of time. But getting back to today's games that we have, the semi-finals. Yesterday, what we had was just the showcase of what we are going to witness over the next couple of days.
Definitely, it was just a showcase indeed, but let's talk about the stuff that I did a couple of seconds ago, the prize money and the slots for PMPL Season 2. So, top 3 teams from this PMC are going to qualify for the PMPL Season 2, from where they will meet the teams from India and South Asia. Along with the prize money, the teams will also receive the prize money, where the first position is going to get $2,600, second is going to get $1,600, third position $1,100. So, from third to 16th, you get 1100, but only the third position is going to be able to qualify along with the top 2. 17th to 32nd position, they will get $600 as well. So the prize money drop is quite drastic, but I don't think at this point it's the prize money. It is those crucial slots for the PUBG Mobile Pro League that actually have an impact on the team's mentality. But how do you qualify? How do you earn the money? It's through the points in every single match.
Yes, and for the first place, you're going to get that coveted 20 points. And for second, you're going to get 14. Third place gets 10. And it gradually reduces down to the 11th position, where you get just that 1 point till the 16th position. But the best part about this points distribution is that for every kill that you take, you get 1 point.
Yeah, that is actually really important. We did see that impact a lot of standings yesterday as well. And as we said, the matches yesterday were just for the seeding, so the groups have been seeded, and Group A is in front of us with Team Bablu, HFD, Golden Stars, and 247 Gaming, the first 4 teams, with Bablu just coming on a really high note. They finished first yesterday after the 2 games that they played. Along with them, it's going to be TUF, F4 Esports, Aizen Gaming, and Exterminators.
Yeah, absolutely. TUF, definitely a name that surprises everyone, and so is F4. But we haven't seen much out of Team F4, provided the players that they are. But taking a look at the teams that are going to play Group B, we have Solo, NextGen, Sides, Team PK Virus. This is a stacked up group with every single team performing out of their minds. But if you take a next look at the next half of the Group B, we have Red Esports, Hellraisers, HR, RDX Esports, and Zurar Esports. Zurar definitely shining out in this particular section.
Definitely, and we are going to want to see them shine out as well. But Group C is going to be nothing less, with H2E, Portal Esports, No Rules, and IDL, the first 4 teams, and the last 4 teams. In this one, it is going to be pretty intense, as North Esports, FoolEsports, TeamOP, and TeamOP will be joining these teams. I mean, all 3 of the groups are pretty stacked, and it's going to be intense any time these guys are going to be playing.
Absolutely. I mean, now they have been handpicked right now.
Yeah.
We had 32 teams. Now we're down to 24. From here onwards, 15 will be qualifying. But to qualify, you have to get those chicken dinners. You have to be consistent throughout. It does not matter if you just get that 1 chicken dinner from all your matches and just the rest of the matches kind of mess things up. So you have to be very careful about how to approach. And yesterday, what we saw during the seeding matches, I mean, that was pretty amazing. The way they were aggressive, the way they were taking those fights, being fearless, that is what we expect from this region.
Well, yesterday we did see a lot of teams experiment as well.
Yes.
I mean, we saw Team Bablu come in with 2 substitutes and just giving the lads an opportunity and experience of the PMCO. That was pretty important for them as well, because you need to grow the talent that you have. You need to you need the players to be able to stand up and not be nervous when they finally are playing in the big stage. And opportunities like that, like the ones that the teams got yesterday, that was pretty important. But now let's talk about this. there was a switch that happens after the tables were reset. Team Solo was leading the charge originally, but yesterday Team Bablu went on a path of destruction.
Yeah, absolutely. That they did, and that is clearly inevitable, clearly visible to us in the head-to-head. Definitely Solo leading the kills department and the damage as well. But you talk about healing, shows how much Bablu has kept themselves in between the fights and everything. Distance traveled, that is where Bablu excels as well. So these are the two teams, the two strong contenders for the winners of the entire PMCO in the Pakistan region, and I would love to see both of them just qualify and go on to the PMPL.
I mean, definitely, if these guys make it, PMPL is definitely going to be interesting. Because talk about Team Solo, former players of Team Envy last time during the spring split, they came in as the favorites to qualify for the World League. Did not happen the last time. It was a really close finish though, and it was a close finish between the top 8 teams in the finals. So that was something else. But this time they have another opportunity. This time there are more slots. You don't directly go to the World League. You qualify for the Pro League. You play the Pro League. That means it's just going to be another challenge for the teams before the big international tournaments take place. But that challenge in itself, it's going to be intense because 3 different regions are going to be colliding. It's going to be a lot of pride and a lot of money on the stake for every single team that's going to be participating. But before they get there, they have to finish their matches in this PMCO, make it to the finals, and then finish in the top 3 in the finals as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And for that, like we said, you have to really make sure every single game that you play, you have a decent outing at least. We cannot expect every team to win all the games, and there are always someone who wins, some are getting eliminated at the 16th position. But even after the fact that you've been dropped down, the way you get back up, that shows the champion's instinct, and that is what we want to see. Which team is ready to give it all and just go for it and get those chicken dinners, get those kills, go aggressive, because that's the best part about Pakistan region, the aggression that the players have. And certainly there are certain areas where everybody can improvise with their positioning during the fights, but you know, as the games keep going on, as they gain more experiences, they understand the meta of how to approach that thing, and some teams have already started doing it.
Exactly, we did see that those sort of plays come in with a lot of teams, I was saying yesterday. But yesterday what I noticed was some of the teams were trying to hold their position, trying to hold their grounds. Usually what we saw was if you were getting challenged for a certain stronghold in the circle, people would try and slowly back off. Both the teams would just hold out until one of them backed off, and then just the other team would take over. But yesterday the fight was there. They did not want to give up that position easily, and that is also something really important. If someone's aggressing towards you, you definitely need to take the fight at that point and try and pick up some kills. If you end up dying, move on to the next game and reset. But talking about the game, the very first game of the semi-finals, ladies and gentlemen, it is live and the trajectory is on our screens. It starts from the eastern side of Yasnaya Poliana and goes all the way through Gatka towards the very western edge of the island.
And right now, it's a kind of a equally divided flight path, I must say. For all the teams can really go off wherever they want. So Snowka military base, it's a bit too far, but you know, if you get your vehicles, or somehow you can early glide and get to the other side of the island and take the vehicles, and then you can loot at our military base. So yesterday, we, if you remember, Johnny, there was that circle which was initially looking as if it's going north, but then it took that curveball, came entirely down south, and Team IDL that was present over there had to bear the bad effects of it. And while they were traversing around the map, while they were traversing up north, their vehicle got instantly blown away.
And the circle moved south.
Yes, I mean that's totally anime betrayal for you.
Yeah, top 10 anime betrayals right there, being done by, well, the game of PUBG Mobile. And today we're going to have to see, are those situations going to happen again? Are the teams going to play with the same play style that they came in yesterday? Or are we going to go with the standard gameplay that we got to see from them during the early stages of the group stage, before the tables were reset, before the teams were banned? But right now, all right, fixes. The circle is going south again.
Oh my goodness. I mean, Pakistan region and the Southern Circle are still a better love story. But right now, we already have a fight going on. We have Zurar already starting to engage with a lot of teams over there, with Exterminators, with Team Sights, and oh my goodness, they've already got 2 kills. They just drop. It's not even 15 seconds and 2 kills. I mean, this is a very good outing.
Yeah, this is definitely a good outing. I mean, they are still in the game. So this is definitely a good start for them. Already picking up 2 kills, a good momentum. But can they carry it forward? I think that always becomes a really, really big question anytime a team is starting. We've always talked about this. I always like to talk about this. Early aggression needs to be really, really controlled. If you're getting into fight early, if you even lose just 1 player, that is going to impact the team's fighting ability. It's gonna impact the team's play style in the later stages. When you're in those final circles, 6th circle onwards, you need to have every single thing that you can for the advantage inside of the game, be it having 4 players, be it having those scopes, those armors, those helmets. Everything is going to be so important. But now Hellraiser Somi with the AK in his hands, has the Vector on the back, does not have any scopes though, it's just the iron sight. Has spotted out Tyrant from the squad of Bablu. Tries to go for the shot, the distance a bit too much, so nothing is going to connect.
Absolutely nothing is going to connect, and Tyrant will find himself getting off from this position, and he is kind of separated away from his teammates, so that's the thing we have to worry about. But right now, Team Bablu, they will have to initially make that loot and take a instant route down the way to south. But the best position, I would say, to take in this entire circle is that that high lighthouse compound that you have just beside the military bridge on the eastern side of Ferry Pier. So if you take those compounds, if you have the high ground, it gets really difficult to make that push happen. And if you manage to form a crossfire over there on the compound that's just below that lighthouse compound, then you're in for a good run. But right now, Team Sight and Team 247 already dropping off in Yesnaya, and Phobia does sense enemies around, and it's just a matter of moments that he might spot someone in the open, and he will definitely utilize and capitalize on it and get some kills for his own team.
Well, getting those kills is going to be quite tricky for them, since the other players also have good compounds for themselves. It's going to be a pretty even fight. Both the teams, I expect them to be really careful and not aggress too much. Phobia, he needs to be careful, extra careful, I have to say, because his back is exposed. Right now, I mean, we know that there's no one around him, so he can be safe. But if you're inside the game, you won't have that information. So you need to be super careful. The utility is going to be really important. But now he steps inside some cover. His teammates have sent out the message as well. We need to try and avoid this early game aggression against the players of 247.
Absolutely, and look at the members of Team Sight. I mean, Abud, he was just instantly taken down by the players from Team Zurar, and that was a loss that Sight had to deal with. And right now, they have come up to Yesnaya. Now they also have to rotate down south, and along with that, they must be having vehicles, considering the fact that they dropped somewhere near Rusok. All the other 3 players managed to escape, so they do have the vehicles, so nothing really worrying on that aspect. But right now, we will have to see as to when the fight exactly breaks off. And by the looks of it, it has already been Umi taking a few shots at Phobia. Phobia being dropped almost down to 40% HP. And Zurar's Karthus, he wants more. He is hungry right now. He heard a bike and he was like, I'm gonna go for it. And well, do you think he's actually going for it?
I think he just might go for it, but can he though? I think that's going to be a big question. All right, you do spot him out, but okay.
Okay. I mean, I thought for a second maybe he might go for it. Oh, he does!
There it is. There's the spray. I mean, it was a smart decision to get him some cover, but that just delayed the finish. That just delayed him the opportunity to actually get a knock. What do you think? Should he have gone for it?
I think that was a very good decision going for it, and the DP spray could have been a tad bit better, because nowadays, after some recent patches updates, the DP spray has kind of changed. You cannot just spray and pray with the DP anymore. You have to fire it in some burst shots. You have to have those three shots. But he could have done better, but it's fine. They are still in a good position. But right now, the bridges have already been camped. Team Bablu already making that rotation down south. But look at Team PK Virus. I remember the performance yesterday. They were playing so well. They had a lot of kills, and Rathor getting right off the bat, taking down Oxy from Team Golden Stars. Another team that we have a lot of expectations from. Let's see how they fare out.
Well, we're going to find out in a matter of minutes, as Oxy from Golden Stars is going to be taken down by PK Virus's Zardari. The finish is going to happen, and that is just going to be quite unfortunate for all the players of Golden Stars. The bridge camps, they are pretty deadly. They can be they are pretty notorious as well, and they are really, really annoying, but now you have to deal with them once you're in the game. On the other side, we do see the players of F4 engage in a fight against the players of IGN, wherein Predator was taken down, and is he going to be finished off? So the players did trade out each other's best players. Predator is going to be confirmed, but Rahman, who was knocked down from the side of F4, is going to survive. On our screens right now, although, is a fight between Next Gen and the players of HFD, wherein Oria did fire some shots, but now they realize it's time to back off.
And yesterday, if you remember, Team Solo, or the team that's looting around Nova Repnoi, had just 3 players. Despite that fact, they still managed to get a lot of good positioning for themselves, and they were doing good. So it shows how prepared this team exactly is for the semi-finals, and we will have to see as to how they're going to perform today. But right now, like you mentioned, both the bridges have been stacked up, and this is the best part about the Southern Circle. Now, imagine the circle going somewhere near Pachinki.
Oh. Well, that is going to be so bad for teams like HFD, teams like Next Gen, Team Solo, definitely, because that. I mean, it's going to be so much chaos. I'd like that, actually. But we did see the airdrop coming with the M249 and the 4X in there. Let's see who picks it up and who is going to have the advantage of having the poetry of 100 bullets. But for now, it's going to be Tiger with the cover inside the shack. His opponent's right in front of him. He has been spotted out. But R3D Zeo is more focused on the fight inside the school building against the players of the Exterminators.
And right now, taking a look at Team Red, Ezio has managed to spot down a few enemies down there, but RDX King, a lot of DP action that we get to witness today, and I mean, I love this weapon. Has the perfect amount of damage. The recoil is really controllable, but I had played this particular weapon in the PC mode, and I must tell you, it's the exact opposite. To have a spray of DP, you literally need to prone down, or else the recoil just goes out of this world. But Tyrant finding off Danielle from Golden Stars will be taking him down with an Uzi. So I believe that's a very close range fight happening in the nearby fray. So we will have to see as to Bablu and Golden Stars, when they go head to head against each other, how are they gonna fare it out. And Danny, he's dropped a few smokes out here, and with that we know Bablu synonymous with aggression, pure aggression going in. Pikachu leading the charge. Legacy will be taking down Team World, but Legacy getting sprayed down by Pikachu as well. The Molotovs have come in. Pikachu overexposing himself, and with that, Golden Stars bite the dust, and that's the first team that gets eliminated.
Yeah, the first team to be eliminated from this game, and it was a really controlled fight. Team Bablu going for the early rotation. This is the first time I've seen them do it, and it's quite interesting. They're already sitting in a really good position, close to the center of the circle, but this is going to be troublesome for especially the team of Next Gen Esports. I mean, look at this. Where is Emerge? Still in the blue zone. He's immersed in the blue zone, and he's going to have to travel quite a distance. Going for a swim right now. His teammates have already made it almost all the way towards Nova Repnoi containers, but now the blue zone is going to spell even more trouble for these two teams, RDX and Exterminators. Tiger taking a lot of damage, is going to be knocked down. Can the finish come in as well? His teammates, the support is going to be so hard. Danny trying to go for those tap shots on the M4 is just going to be able to connect slightly any damage on the players of the Exterminators. Blade on the front lines, a teammate back behind him inside the building. This fight is just going to be so chaotic. I think both the teams need to get out of here.
No, right now, what they have to do for Team RDX is find a pick onto its the players of Team Exterminators, because to revive Tiger, they need to have that one opponent already knocked out, so they can just go in for that res. Otherwise, it's just you're just wasting away your smokes and utilities, which you can utilize for yourselves in the later stages of the game. But right now, by the looks of Team RDX, they seem to be backing off. They know they have to take the circle, but the circle has finally gone down south, but still a slight chunk of it on the northern side, maybe towards Ferry Pier. We never know. We have seen those shifts happen, and you never know, it can go all the way up north as well. But right now, Team Exterminators are making a move inside the circle. We will have to see as to how the other member, Blade, is gonna make that move, because he needs a vehicle to make that movement in, and that's the reason why he has deployed that smoke. And with that, the second airdrop comes in, and it has MK14, 4x scope, or level 3 helmet and a vest. Pretty much everything that a player needs to, you know, have those excelled mid-range fights or a close range auto fight as well. But looking at Team TUF, Edgar is spraying down onto its members of Team Solo, but will be on the receiving side as Abso takes him down with his Karel.
Yeah, the takedown is going to be important, but Abso needs to clear out a bit more of the crowd in the building in front of him so that he can actually charge in with his team and pick up those early, mid-game kills now at this point. But F4 Rahman, he was back on his feet, spots out the player from 247, and it's Gaming that's in front of him. Rahman charging in, the aggressor. Can he take this fight? Oh, his hit gets spotted, and he's going to take so much damage. He's going to be taken down, but his teammates are right next to him. Gaming taking down another one, and we have seen this from this lad once before, but there were separate 1v1s. 247 Gaming taking full advantage of the situation. They have lost one player, but the aggression from this team is not going to stop. Doesn't matter if it's a 3v1 or a 1v4, Gaming is going to take this fight. Zulkar from the top of the mountain, Gaming in front of him, prone down on the ground. The player has been spotted out. Khan is on the other side as well. Let's see if F4 they win this fight or not. He is going to get another knock. Is this going to be a 1v4 situation? The players are bleeding out. Last player, Khan, has been spotted out from the side of F4. Takes some damage from the other side. The flanks are coming in from 247 at this point, and F4 in so much trouble, and he spots him out. That's a 1v4 fight coming in for 247 Gaming. He was caught off guard. He was completely isolated, but he still manages to win it.
Yes, absolutely. That he does. And the start for Team F4 has been disappointing right now. A team with a lot of star-studded players, a team that can really come out on top, again finds themselves in the bottom of the first game. But right now, Team Solo, they've already lost Abso, and they need to get into cover, and Team Bablu has got the better out of them. Pikachu taking a knock onto its Psych, and you know what Bablu does best? That is go aggressive. In the meanwhile, Murtaza will be taking down Motu, and oh my goodness, iGen going down as well. What is happening tonight? All the teams, all the big names are falling one after the other.
Yeah, well, we're going to find out which big name is going to stand tall after this match is over. And it's still the beginning of the semifinals, but Teen Wolf, he charges and goes for the jump shots and is going to get a knock on Solo Moise and the finish as well. Bablu, they want to hold this compound. It's going to be really hard to chase them away, especially after Psych is also going to be taken down. So Solo, they're down to just one individual player remaining for the team, and the fight for them just got a lot harder.
Yes, that certainly happened for them. And right now, if you take a look at how the circle's faring out, it could just be anyone's game. It could be Team TUF. They have the control of those compounds, but they can instantly rotate onto its northern side. But right now, Team Red will find themselves in a bit of a pickle as they got to engage with Team 247, a squad that just recently wiped out Team F4. And Lucky taking down Shaw. Look at Ummi. He's got his, I think he's the plan B in case these three players did not make it inside the circle. He's got the one who's has the highest burden of making it in. But right now, Ezio trying to just showcase his M24 skills. But will the shots connect? One headshot is all he needs to go in for that res. And yes, the revive is already on. And all Shaw needs to do right now is to get inside the circle. But will he get that chance? No, as Lucky will spot him out and take him down. But the revives will again come in time.
Well, Lucky just got lucky with the timing on that peak, and it was pretty incredible as well. The players in front of him, they had no idea that the players from 247 are going to be there, and they're taking advantage of this high ground. But how long can they do it for, since the blue zone is going to close in the next 25 seconds, and the players for 247? Now, it's going to be time for them to move, and taking the bridge at this point, it's going to be so risky. You can always expect someone to be standing on the mountain on the other side.
I mean, absolutely. But take a look at Team Red right now. They are using the boat. I always have a bad feeling when you use your boat, because most of the time, I mean 90% of the time, it just blows off. But right now, PK Virus, they are playing with 3 players. That's shocking. Tyrant will still not stop his domination, as he will take another player down. But Zurdari, if that grenade comes in, if that grenade connects, and that's gonna be a bad news. But Lucky taking down Anubis, and Lucky with a single spray taking down Walker as well. But right now, Team PK Virus can actually make this push onto with Venom. All they need is one good grenade, and try to back him off and then make that push inside the compound. It's still a 1v2 situation in the favor of Team PK Virus, but we will have to see, because the cover fire from TUF is also out there from the higher area. So yeah, that's a bit troublesome, but still doable for Team PK Virus.
Well, it is a troublesome situation, but can they take this fight? I think they should delay it as much as they can. But on the other side, 247 versus R3D, the fight carries on the other side towards the military island. These two players, TUF and PK Virus, they are holding out, which right now is the perfect thing to do. None of them can aggress without losing out a player, or either just try and be get eliminated. On the other side, R3D, they are going to take a fall from this game entirely as they face the aggression from 247. But talking about aggression, we do have the charge in by the other players of TUF, and they have cornered out the PK Virus players. Butto in the balcony on the first floor, his teammate Zardari on the ground floor. They're just trying to dodge the nades, but Butto is going to be taken down by the damage from the grenades coming in. Zardari is still holding out. He hears the footsteps going towards his teammate. Now he charges in. Can he take this fight? I don't think so. He's outnumbered, and he's going to be knocked down and finished. And there is the kill confirmed for the team of TUF.
Yeah, absolutely. TUF utilizing that cover fire to their entire benefit. Did, however, Edgar kind of get knocked out, but still managed to get that fight for themselves. But Rator, he has survived for his team. He is inside the circle. So a lot of teams are using their plan Bs, and Rator has spotted down Somi from Hellraisers. But oh my goodness, this is what happens when you take those shots, when you do not know where the snakes are. And with that, PK Virus will be biting the dust, as they have been deleted from the lobby. But right now, Team Hellraisers, all the 4 players in the nearby vicinity, and they are holding on to those open compounds, and it's a very bad position, to be honest. If you run out of smokes, you're basically donezo. But talking about teams getting out of this lobby, 247 Gaming, a team that was looking initially very aggressive, are now eliminated as well.
Yep. It is going to be a sad exit for them, but look at this. Look at where the circle is. It's on the western edge of the military island. A lot of teams in a really good position, like Team Bablu, Hellraisers, Solo. We do have Ghost inside the circle, but being one of the last few players surviving for his team, it's going to be hard for him to actually take any fights. He needs to just hide and keep his head down. Alright, we have seen a lot of teams during the World League in the similar position as Team Bablu. And one of the big names that actually like to play on those fences is BTR.
Yeah, I mean, I have seen BTR. A lot of teams are prioritizing on those fences, and that's a really good move. But right now, you cannot really take advantage of it, because it's outside the circle, and the ones that are in are kind of exposed from both sides. So that's going to be a very risky move if you go and play those fences region. But right now, we will have to take a look at Team Hellraisers, who are holding the center of the circle. But if you take a look at the other teams as well, Team solo. In fact, Ghost being the last man surviving, but still not shying away from a fight. He knows whenever he gets a chance, he will take those pickoffs and will get his team some kills. But right now, if you take a look at the top 5 damage dealers, we have Murtaza leading the charge with 4 kills already, almost 600 damage, and Team Bablu as well. So Bablu is certainly the team that is the best contender team right now to get the chicken dinner. But the question still remains, how are they gonna get that? But Sahaba has opened up his ADS on his Car 98. A lot of bolt action usage we've been getting to see in the past couple of months in the meta of PUBG Mobile. Players initially loved those DMR, but somehow I can see in the Asian region, in the South Asian region and the Pakistan region, the usage of DMRs has kind of dwindled down a bit. But right now, team sides, they have spotted down enemies. Any moment they might just peek out. But Vic taking a knock on towards Cartouche of Zarar and will instantly finish him off.
Yeah, the finish off is going to be there, but as we did see a couple of seconds ago, I think Team HFD, they are in a really weird situation wherein they're exposed from the backs. They don't have any cover. They will have to be careful of this team of sides. Also, on top of the mountain that they're on, there's the team of TUF. So that position that HFD in, they can be taken out, but none of the players have something to say about it, as Murtaza is going to take down one of the players from sides. And we do have one of the two remaining players, one of the last two remaining players from next gen. We have Weekend on our screens right now, barely inside the zone. Is going to have to move in the next couple of seconds, 30 seconds to be precise, slightly over 30 seconds. He is laying out the smokes, but this is what happens when you do throw smokes out in open like this. People are going to be attracted. People are going to know that someone is there, either hiding or trying to create a way. Oh, there was a squad right next to him. Can he actually take that fight?
But right now, the Team Bablu's Danny has spotted down a few enemies, but that is what you said, Johnny. Weekend takes down one player, but will get in return knocked out as well. But right now, Team Side has to prioritize on that revive, on the teammate Tarzan with that amazing grenade getting that knock. But right now, Somi holding down to the center area. He is taking a lot of kills for himself as well. Tarzan being the grenadier over here. But Team Bablu, look at them. They are playing those fences. They know what they have to do to get themselves a chicken dinner. And Somi with the spray and barely just managing to get that knock. But right now, Team Hellraisers have to defend their fortress. They know all the teams are gonna compete for it. They sit at the dead smack center area. But can they manage to take that chicken dinner? Or will it be Bablu? Or will it be Team TUF? That's a big question for us, because next gen just have that one player alive, haven't got most of the kills, haven't got even a single kill as of now. But Team TUF, they look confident as well, and they've got the members of Team Hellraisers in their sights, and any moment, one small mistake, one small peak can really cost them.
You know what? TUF, them getting the chicken dinner, it's going to come down to how much information they got for themselves from the previous 3 minutes, I have to say, when they were on the high ground. Had they gotten the information of where the teams were situated, and if they can sort of predict how the teams are going to rotate, TUF is going to be in a perfect position to actually counter basically every single team that's left in this final fight. And as we say that, down to 6 teams, wherein Hellraiser, they have just one player, Next Gen Esports, just one player remaining, HFD, they have 2 players remaining, Sites, they have 3, TUF and Team Bablu, they have a lot of kills, and they have all 4 players remaining for both these squads. So it's going to be an intense finish in this one, as Wick from TUF does spot out the players of HFD, but the knock is not going to come in, as this is what too much, and thrown down on the ground. The grass is going to provide a lot of cover for the teams.
Yeah, absolutely. But Sahab really surviving by the whiskers, and he has to also get inside the circle, and we will have to see how. But right now, Vic needs to give that res on towards his fallen comrade, and he is actually going for it. But you know, the mistakes coming in, the nervousness coming in, the smokes before getting deployed, he is going in for the revive. Imagine someone would have spotted that out, would have definitely capitalized on that, and dropping those smokes later on wouldn't have really mattered, because the enemy would have been in his crosshairs. But right now, Team Sight, they still have those 3 players alive. And oh, I'm sorry, because Oreo is still on the back lines. He finds down Ghost, will instantly take him down. With that, Team Sights dropping off their bags, dropping off all those unnecessary ammos, and still crawling their way inside the circle, as the military base has become the death ground for every single team over here. But we will have to see which team comes out on top. And there you go, Oreo takes down Phobia. This is a second knock. He is the last player alive, but still not letting anything go, still going for it. And this is how a champion team plays, and that is exactly what he is doing.
Well, exactly that team of Next Gen Esports. It's the former players of Gaming Hub, and they are showing up big this time. A couple of seconds ago, they had 0 kills. Now they have to. The fight is going to take place as Bablu comes under fire from every single direction. Quite exposed. TUF in a bit of trouble. Look at this. Arshad, he is right behind Vic. He's hiding inside the brush. No one has spotted him out. He knows where the players of TUF are. The moment he fires a bullet, he is going to be dead. He needs to take the fight between Thor and the man in front of him, Vic, at the same time. Thor connected a shot by mistake. Arshad took some damage just from the spread coming in from Thor's guns. What is going on?
Well, I don't know, man.
Well,
this is absolutely ludicrous. The way these teams are playing, I am actually getting confused as to how this is gonna end out. Team Bablu, they've got 9 kills. Team HFD, they've got 8 kills. TUF not shying away with 7 kills. So a lot of teams taking a lot of kills for themselves. But there you go. Small mistakes are gonna get punished. And with that, Danny falls down to Thor and will instantly be finished off. Finishing off Thor, in fact. In my apologies over there, but Arsha taking down Vic in the process. Team Hellraisers, oh my goodness, the blows comes in, the vehicle kind of smacking away and taking the last player over there. But let's see what is gonna happen. Can Team HFD clutch it out, or else is it gonna be Team Bablu?
Yeah, Bablu sitting with a man advantage against everyone in this server right now. 3 players remaining for them. HFD, they have a good momentum going. They have 2 of the most experienced players on the lineup remaining, Vatsab and Cronus, who are trying to take the fight. But TUF, Wick, he's going to be taken down. That's going to be Venom, the last man surviving. Danny takes a lot of damage, but he takes down Cronus somehow. And that's going to put so much trouble on Vatsab. But the kill for Cronus was stolen. Kill points are being secured. And now, when we are down to these 3 teams, who is going to get charged upon, as it is a 3 versus 1 situation. Vatsab and Venom, they try to take the fight. Venom is going to be taken out by Danny again, securing 6 kills for himself. Vatsab in a 1v3. This is going to be the end. This is going to be the demise. But for who? Can he actually clutch this one out? Spots out Danny. He's going to try and take the fight, but the shots from Danny are a little bit more precise. And Team Bablu taking the very first chicken dinner in these semi-finals.
Oh my goodness. Talk about domination. Talk about destruction. Talk about the word D. Comes Danny. Oh my goodness. This lad holding on to his covers. The way he played out. I mean, 6-7 kills for himself. Team Bablu ending up with around 12 and 13 kills. Oh my goodness. The way they made those transitions. And that's the best part. In the final parts of the circle, he just held on to the cover.
Yeah.
He took those shots. Instantly prone down and then again reset himself up. That was absolute perfection.
You know, the surprising thing is you hardly ever got to see him do that during this playing split. In spring, Danny was the man responsible for charging in and getting the opening frags for his team. 7 kills this time for this lad. 876 damage, survival time of 25 minutes 41 seconds, and distance covered is going to be 9.67 kilometers. So an amazing performance coming in from the entire team and this individual player as well. And as I was talking about it, it's a totally different play style that they played in comparison to how we used to see this team. And those sort of changes, those adaptations that are made by one team, the entire region, most of the teams, those are pretty incredible. Hellraisers, I can't imagine being in Adnan's shoes. You have 3 players in front of you, you have 1 behind you, and that take damage from the spread of I think it was Thor, whose one bullet just connected by mistake. I would have been scared over there.
But you know, if you take a look at the players who have joined Danny, it has to be Murtaza, who survived for a lot of time, taking those 4 kills for himself, followed by Venom, Vatsahab and Pikachu as well. Team Bablu having an amazing start to the semi-finals. And we were having speculations, right? What has happened to Team Bubble? A lot of fans kind of DM me as well. They've had a roster shuffle. They've got a new IGL. They're having troubles. Yada yada yada. But there you go. They answer back everything.
Well, it takes time for a team to adapt, and I guess everyone is adapting, because even HFD, we did not see them step up big during the early stages of the group stages, but now today this was a perfect game. Be it HFD, be it Team Bablu, be it the squad of TUF or Hellraisers, all of them had an amazing performance in this one. We do have the standings in front of us, where Team Bablu with the 14 kills, 34 points in total. A good start to the semi-finals for them. TUF on the third with 17, so those 7 kills. HFD with the 9 kills coming in, an incredible performance. But look at this, 247 Gaming, they had an early exit. They were eliminated on the 9th position in the game, but the 8 kills, 11 points, that's going to give them an advantage. And
we have told you time and again that those kills really do matter a lot, and that's certainly showing up in the points table as well. But a few disappointments were certainly there. Team Solo Esports, I expected a lot out of this team, and F4 Esports, I do not know what really went wrong in that entire fight with 247, but I certainly felt they could have positioned themselves better, used more grenades, and if you were not in a good position, could have just backed off. Team PK Virus, also one team, and I expected them to have a better outing. And iGen Gaming, they're sitting on the 15th position. What's happening?
iGen, what happened to them was their iGen and F4, they caught each other in a really bad position, wherein the fight was forced a little bit, but F4 just getting on the better side of iGen, making sure they were not going further in this game. Talking about getting caught in bad situation, F4, that was a weird fight against 247.
Yeah, absolutely. They certainly did not want to take that fight, but 247 did have those knocks initially, and they just capitalized on it, and they were kind of confused as to how to make that retreat out. Either smoke it, or you just have to go for it. Your players are down, but still, as long we have seen this a lot of times, players kind of trying to back off from the fight, getting in the vehicles, and ending in a result, their vehicle being blown away. So could have forced that fight. I know their players could have done that.
They should have forced their fight. It was a 1v4 situation. Gaming was caught completely with the spans down, and what went wrong for F4 over there, I think it was the fact that they gave Gaming individual 1v1s instead of just running in and charging and finishing off that one player. Had they charged, you can't shoot 4 players at once. You have to focus on 4 players at once. You have to focus on one fight at a time, and that's exactly what Gaming was given. It was handed over to him. And that's exactly what Gaming was given. It was handed over to him.
Yeah, that was where things really went wrong. But when the thing started off for 247 Gaming, they were looking so promising. Even the bridge fight that they were engaging in, that was good as well, taking down the players of Team Red. But somewhere between the line, after crossing over the bridge, that hill compound that they took certainly became their demise over there, because they could not make their way inside the circle. They got eliminated. But before that, they managed to take 8 kills out of it.
Yeah, the kills were important for 247. I mean, they were on the... I knew they were going to get eliminated as soon as they got on the military island, just because the rotation was a bit too late. Timing is one thing that is really important in this game of PUBG Mobile, especially with the rotations. If the circle moves that drastically towards the southern side, towards the military island, you need to move really fast to take those high grounds, and that's exactly what TUF did as well.
Yes, TUF, I mean, they had been staying there for so long, and the best team, I think, in position wise, was Team HFD. They had themselves in the center, right from say the 3rd circle or the 4th circle, so they had a good position. But at the same time, the compound was way too much open, and there were way a lot of teams surrounding them, so they had a bad outing there. They couldn't get the chicken dinner. But Team Bablu, what a play.
I mean, Team Bablu well played, and even HFD finishing in the top 3 was incredible. But that was just the very first game. We still have 3 more games left for the day. But before we move on to the next match, which is going to happen on Sanhok, we're going to take a short break. So you guys just stay tuned and keep watching. We'll be right back.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. You are watching the PUBG Mobile Club Open Fall Split 2020 Pakistan region. I'm Fixes, and alongside me to be casting in this match is Phoenix. So, Phoenix, now we have come down to Sanhok. The first match in Erangel was explosive right from the get-go. So, what do you think is going to happen in Sanhok?
I think that we have seen some early fights. We are going to see some early fights, and I'm really excited because in the previous game, we have seen a fight between Team Sites versus 247 Gaming, and they don't want to fight in early stage. That's why they got some top 3 position, and I'm talking about Team Sites. But if we talk about Team 247 Gaming, they have a good amount of kills, but they just have to focus on their placement points. And I'm hoping that in this map, maybe they are going to get the chicken dinner. And Team Bablu, can they keep up the momentum? I'm just thinking because in the previous match they got the chicken dinner. What are you thinking, that in this match they are going to get the chicken dinner, or which position they are going to get?
I mean, the way Team Bablu has started things off, that was impressive because they made that rotation all the way from Georgia Paul. They managed to make that quick rotation, and they took those amazing fights. They eliminated some good squads right off the get-go, taking down iGen as well, if you remember. And after that, you know, they got that kind of morale boost. So now what I'm expecting out of Team Bablu is that explosive, dynamic gameplay that they are famous for. But at the same time, you know, in Sanhok, things can really get awry when the circle makes those shifts. And you know, it's been quite some time since we have got a Western Circle, because in the World League we got a lot of Western Circles, and nowadays we're getting those Eastern Circles, maybe the centralized circles, sometimes around Paradise. So it really depends upon the circles.
Yeah, absolutely true. And if we're talking about circle, you have to move inside the circle, because blue zone is not going to let you off, because the damage of blue zone increases after every zone. So it is one of the lethal thing, because most of the players got knocked or get killed by blue zone, and some teams also get eliminated. So you just have to focus on some early rotation inside the inside the zone.
Absolutely. And with that, we have the game going live for you on your screens right now. And let's see how things fare out for all these teams as the flight path trajectory heads along to its Kampong. It's still a 4x4 map, so teams will not be having that much trouble getting down to the favorite drop locations. But the first circle is where my eyes are gonna be. And you know, in the Pakistani region, we've been casting 2 regions, right? The aggression is certainly the standout factor coming in from all these teams. They do not shy away from fights. It's either you just go YOLO and take that fight and win, or else you just go to the lobby. It does not really make sense if you have to back away from a fight. That's not how the Pakistani teams do.
Yeah, that's true. And we are talking about fights. I'm just want to focus on the player of 247 Lucky. He just trying to get some fights and get some early knocks at will and kills. So this is the best thing, because the controlled aggression you are showing, this always beneficial for your team. And if we talk about the zone, as Fix is saying that the zone is on the island of the western side, and I'm just hoping that the teams who are in the eastern side related to Canberra or something, they just have to take early rotations, because if they don't, then they are going to be in a big trouble.
Yeah, absolutely they are. But right now, look at what we have. From the starting of the get-go, you have a lot of teams engaging against each other. Golden Stars getting the bear out of iGen. I mean, 666 really did do wonders with his pistol, but you know, he kind of came falling short over there. But Zarar's header will also be taken down by Murtaza. So a lot of initial fights breaking out, and like I predicted, I do not know, I could hear Ocean in the nearby area, and I believe I've got his aura of zone predicting with the Western Circle this time around. So now Team Hellraisers again find themselves dead smacks in the center.
Yeah, that's true, and this is going to be good for them, because if they are in this zone, then they don't have to do some early rotations. They just have to keep their gatekeep for the teams and get some early knocks as well as kills, because for every kill you're just going to get 1 single point, and points are going to be very important for every team, because if you have to climb up, if you have to be on the top, you just need some points. And we talk about this team, which is 247 Gaming. They are looking strong in the previous match. They just have to keep the morale and momentum on the same pace. If it's possible, then I think so they're just going to get some chicken dinner as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, but Hamza taking down one member of 247, that is gaming, and that's a huge shocker. Somehow they have to make sure that they get a revive on him, but are they oblivious of the fact that Danny is just beside him? That we will have to see. But right now, Danny, he is not making even an inch of a noise, nothing at all coming from his side. But the moment Umi is gonna get inside this compound, he is gonna meet his maker. Yeah. There is a snake that is definitely inside the house. These are urban days, and oh my goodness, all right, and the snake hunters are over here, and Team 247 did anticipate some kind of threat over there and instantly going in for the finish. And for Team RDX, Hamza and King, I mean, I still have to ask this question out. Why are there 3 players playing? I mean, these are the semi-finals. You have to make sure you get all your players playing in. You cannot slack off in any single game at all.
Yeah, that's true. And yet they're playing in a 3-man lineup, and they lost a player in an early stage. This is going to be bad for them, because if they move into the last circle, just like 6th or 7th circle, you need some players, because that's where you get some gunpowder as well. If your 2 players got knocked out, then 1 player is there to revive him, to throw some smokes and create some smoke walls and control the opposition which is coming towards you to kill them. This is necessary. But for now, RDX is looking in a bit trouble, and TUF, they are also having a 3-man lineup, as well as Next Gen Esports. What they are thinking? They're just having only 3-man lineup.
Yeah, I mean, those 3-men lineup definitely gonna haunt them down, and we will have to see as to how things are gonna fare out for all these teams. But right now, this time around, Team Solos got their 4 players. They initially were looking really promising during the top 32 stages, but the first game did not really go out in their favor. But Abso, he was devastating. So I know what these guys are capable of. I know if you give them enough space, what they can do. But right now, Walker taking a lot of beating, almost dropping down to barely 2 HP, and will somehow survive. Will have to instantly heal up. But Team Hellraisers, they are still holding to these cliffs, and they know the better high ground compound you have in Sanhok, the better advantage you have. So this temple area is actually gonna be a very good spot.
Absolutely. And if you talk about Team RED Esports, they have a height advantage. They can spot some player as well. But Hellraisers, they just have to get some controlled aggression. If they get a knock, they just have to check that where are the players. We have the split of players so that they can spot and get some easy knocks as well. And if we talk about, there's a player named Snaker, right? In the previous match, Arshid play a very sneaky play. He's just lying in some players of sights is in there. They can spot him, but he's not giving him any chance in the Erangel match. Can Snaker do the same thing? I'm just going to be very effort. And Anubis just spotted a player, Adil, and knocked him. Can he get another knock? Yes, he is going to, but unfortunately he just got knocked by Oreo.
And the trade-offs also come in as well. But right now, Team Red, Anubis, they have to go in for that revive, and Ezio will find a finish onto Adil. So one good thing about Team Red is that they had the players on the flanking positions, really helping them out. But right now, Next Gen do realize that they've kind of messed things up. They've got just that last player remaining, that is Vikendi, who is running for his life, but he is running in the open. If Ezio manages to spot him around, I am sure he is a dead piece of meat over there. But Anubis getting that revive. Team Red still holding on to that high ground. In fact, okay, Umi is gonna be very, very disappointed right now. Apart from the level 3 helmet and vest, oh, he's got a ghillie suit, so okay, it's a consolation, right?
Yeah, and if talk about he have the ghillie suit in Sanhok match, this will give you an upper hand between fight, because if you are a snake there in the grasses of Sanhok, there's literally 90% chance that you are not going to get spotted unless there are some players just going to have mastery to spot some players and knock them and kill them down. But if we talk about, sure, still trying to spot some players, because Team Red, they just need some early kills as well as knocks, and the composure we can see from this team. They are still in the temple side, and team sides are also coming from the right side of the team red. And if I'm just little curious that there are team Hellraisers, team red, and sides as well. 3 teams are going to fight, and if a player gets spotted, he's just going to grind. Ghost is literally surviving on very low health. Adnan trying to spot some player of sides. Sides are in a very difficult position because they got sandwiched between 2 teams.
Yes, they got sandwiched, but we do know that team side can get away from the situation. But no, Adnan will take him down, and instantly Snaker comes in for the finish. They do not want to let their kill go away to someone else, and we have to check as to how Adnan does, spot out the members of Team Red, because, Team Hellraisers, they are like those hyenas, and, they want those places out. But Anubis will be spotting out Abud, will be taking him down as well. This is 2-man down, a loss for Team Sights. They are in a very bad situation right now. Phobia, though he is in safety, but he must ensure that Ghost finds a way back to him. So getting back to the topic, we know the Team Hellraisers are like those hyenas that want to take that high ground position, but Team Red are those lions sitting in their den. not they are like, you want it, come and get it, and we are not letting that happen right now. So we'll have to see as to how this fight commences out, because all the fights that we are witnessing is in this entire region itself. And Shaw, he was actually going for that overextension and will get punished this time around by Phobia.
Absolutely, what a cover come from this side of Phobia. He know that the player are going to charge towards his player, which is Ghost, but he did a great job. And now Anubis slowly and steadily throwing some grade. Maybe he's just trying to move towards him, and okay, just Ghost just fall back from that location. He don't want to get killed because sides, they have only 2 men surviving. They need some power, and at the last zone they have to. But F4 Rahman just knocked a player, which is Hamza, and RDX. Only King is surviving. He's the last man surviving. But while I'm speaking, NetSec Esports just got eliminated, and Zen got the kill, as well as RDX Esports. 2 teams got eliminated in just 10 seconds. Oh my god. And still, we have only 14 teams alive. 51 players are there. And if I talk about, I'll go with the Red Esports, because they are inside the zone. They can spot some players. They have the height advantage. They just have to be calm, little composure, and get some easy kills.
Yes, certainly. Red Esports having the better compound, the better high ground. If they play their cards right, this chicken dinner will go in for them. But you can never rule out Team Bablu, Team Psych over there, Team Solo over there, in fact, I'm sorry. So Team Solo, the best part about them I loved is that they are approaching entirely from the western side. So all the enemies that they have to focus are right in front of them. They will not have to focus about teams coming in from behind. So they know that they just have to focus on 3 directions. And that's a huge advantage in the competitive arena. But right now, we will have to see as to when exactly they make that climb up, because this circle can go either ways. This is still the 2nd circle. By the 4th circle, we can now predict the circle taking that curveball, because it takes a curveball during the 4th circle or the 5th circle. So we have seen that happen a lot of times. You never know. This circle just might go somewhere away from Team Red, and they might be right in the open, because all the teams are aware of the fact that Team Red has held the higher ground. So the moment they come in, all the teams from the downhill ridges will be spotting them out, will be taking a few shots on them, and they might be in a lot of trouble.
Absolutely, this is true. But Team Red is also there, and Hellraiser, they're just having good fight as well. And if we talk about the teams, most of the Sec 2 teams are outside the zone, but Abso just got knocked out by another player, and Ghost also knocked a player. They are just having a great fight between. This is a fight between HFD versus Solo Esports, I think so. And Cronus just got knocked out from the HFD side, and Team Solo, maybe they Abso also got knocked out from their side. Both the teams are having just one player just got knocked out. They just have to revive. They know that they have to heal up and get ready for the fight, because if we are talking about Team Solo, they are aggressive team. They can show the aggression, they can show the domination as well, because because they have the gunpowder as well as the experience. But I'm thinking that how they are going to get this fight into their favor. They just have to be a little composed. First, they have to spot some player, get some easy knock, and some flanks from the right hand side maybe would be better for them, because if we talk about one player is on the Murtaza, just spotting from the left side, Zekezen and Sahab, they are looking at the back. If there's a team going to get third party, and Cronus, he's also looking forward. If the split is quite good for the team HFD, if this works, then this is a great strategy for the side.
Yeah, absolutely. And right now, Bat Sahab, look at them. What is he up to? He's got a compound for himself, and Team Solo right now. Like I said, they are making their move, and they do not shy away from a fight. Has to be Team HFD, and they did have a very good outing in the last game, coming out second. So they are also high on their spirits. But you need to hold your horses. You need to play your cards right. Yeah. You just cannot go wide out in the open. Now, in the past couple of weeks, however, we have seen a new meta coming in Sanhok. A lot of vehicles are being used. In fact, in the Pakistan region and the South Asian region, I saw a lot of bikes instead being used. So, what do you think about vehicles being used in Sanhok?
Maybe this is a great opportunity, a great thing for use, because then you can travel a little bit fast in Sanhok map, and vehicles are also used for making some covers, and covers are really important. You can just peek fire, knock on player, and again just prone down. This is very useful for them, but most of the team doesn't use, and some team use, because they know that the importance of vehicles are literally there. And we talk about PK virus, they just choose a water side entering from the southern western side of Camp Alpha. They are just behind the HFD team. Maybe they can backstab they. And if we talk about the airdrop 3, we have M249 with the suppressor of sniper and level 3 kit. Let's see which team is going to take this. And if we talk about Sanhok, if you have M249, you can literally eliminate a team in just a single spray.
Yeah, that is certainly there. But you know, if you talk about weapons and everything, the best weapon for me from the airdrop will have to be MK14. I mean, that's just a beast weapon. Yeah. You know, in the close range, I do not know. I don't care if you have a Uzi, I don't care if you have an MP5K. If I've got an MK14 and I've got an extended quick draw on it, and with a chick pad and a compensator, I demand a lot. So if I've got everything right, I mean, there's no stopping this beast. This is it's a monster.
Yeah, that's true. And if I talk about when I get MK14 from the drop, I literally get my confidence get boosted up, because I'm just thinking I'm just going to put in an auto and then run over the players and going to get some knock, because I know the damage is literally high, because MK14 is that powerful gun. And if we talk about Team 247 Gaming, they are literally just conquered the Camp Alpha. They are in the center of the zone. No team is there, and the teams are going to come towards them, because this is the third zone. Fourth zone is going to come after 10 seconds. And RisingNepal Esports, they are trying to spot some players. They know that there's a team in front of them, and they are Golden Stars. The Golden Stars maybe do a very nice rotation. They are inside the zone. One player except Daniel, he is outside the zone. He is just going to come inside the zone. But Team RisingNepal Esports, they have to decide something, because they are hence outside the zone, and if you don't give respect to zone, blue zone is going to kill you.
Yeah, absolutely. You've got to respect the blue circle. And in Sanhok, you don't get that much of a trouble getting inside the circle. These are very small areas. But right now, Team Bablu find themselves spotting down few enemies. You see Golden Stars over there. But right now, Rahman will be taking down Danny. But Somi takes down Zulkar. So now we've got 3 teams in the nearby fray. And Zedan goes down as well. Hellraisers are dropping down Hell. But oh my goodness, Shaw comes in. Will be taking down 2 players of Hellraisers. 4 teams in the nearby vicinity. Everyone engaging with each other. I guess Bablu will be the happiest of the lot. Yeah. They got enough time to go in for that rest. But right now, Bablu can go on the offensive. They can go down and eliminate the members of Team F4. But Zulkar, he is still knocked out. Khan has pretty much revived his teammate Zedan. But Rahman, he is on the flank. He is on the left hand side. And right now, Team F4 looks like they want to surround and Team Bablu. But they will have to decide really soon, because the more they delay, the more Team HR can actually capitalize on the situation.
Yeah, that's true. And HR having a great position. Still, Somi is still trying to knock some play because he have the height advantage in M46 with 40 ammo. Right now, FO is quite in a difficult position because they have to face Bablu in front of them, as well as Somi is trying poking him again and again, knocking some players. So FO maybe just have to back off. And Anubis just knocked down Exterminator Rex. So and he killed him instantly. And Anubis got a domination, and he also Zed just knocked out Drag. So the fights are keep on going because we are on the third zone. Fourth zone is going to arrive, and Anubis literally showing some aggression from the starting. Literally, Anubis showing some aggression from the starting, and this is a good thing because they already have 4 kills. The one player got knocked out. He just have to confirm that kill, and this is going to be very good because in the early stage we got 5 points. This is amazing. And Rahman just knocked IGN Predator. He spotted one more player, which is Dame. Can he get the knock? He's just going to pop some grenades, going to throw towards them, and let's see if the nade work out. Then IGN is going to be in a big trouble.
Yes, absolutely. IGN is going to be in a big trouble. But, you know, FO cannot really slack off. They have to be aware about the surroundings. But in the meanwhile, Team PK Virus taking down players of Team Solo. And Team Solo has been eliminated. Another shallow outing from their side as well. Rahman right now falling down. But Zulka will be in there for the rev. But we must check as to how much smokes exactly does the players of Team F4 do have. But right now, as you can see, the shots coming in from absolutely everywhere. Zulka barely surviving with 20% HP, but Zedan will find Diam, and Motu gets knocked down by Zedan as well. F4 Zedan, he is on a prowl, has spotted out Predator. Oh my goodness, goes in for the clutch. That was in 1v3, and IGen will bite the dust, and finally Team F4 are back. But no, the troubles are not over yet, because Pikachu has spotted him down. Pikachu is waiting for him. Pikachu fires. Zulkar goes down to him, and Khan will also keep that spray on, but Tyrant will get the better out of him. Now F4 are in a hell lot of trouble right now. They have to do something or everything. In fact, that comes down to just that one player. Can he manage to clutch it out? Teen Wolf making the push. Usually it is Danny, but we will have to see as to how this thing goes on around, because the third circle has already started kicking off. Now you have to also revive your players. He has to heal up as well. And Team Bablu, they are kind of surrounding. They are gating them. And Zedan, he is fighting, manages to get that one knock onto it, Danny. This is huge for Team F4, but down they go. Teen Wolf will be the last player, finishing the last members of Team F4, and with that, they are eliminated.
What a game by the Team F4. They fight it till their last breath, and literally I just have to appreciate Zidan. What a good performance from his side as well. And T247 Gaming Jut moving towards the team, which is Red Esports. But we are seeing for Esports just got eliminated. It's a confirmation from their side. Can Shaw spot some players offside? Yeah, Ghost got a little bit damage, but he escaped. Taking a bike, yeah, that's Fixes is saying. Vehicles are literally used in a very good manner, but Hellraisers got eliminated on the 11th position.
Well, I mean, it's Sanhok. You can never have speculations. It has that weird way of, killing down enemies. You cannot really understand as to who gets that advantage. But like I said, the circle playing games with the players, and Jot will be taking that one knock. Team 247 looking very promising. Has 8 kills already. Have managed to eliminate Red Esports. Like we predicted, if the circle goes down from them, and that's going to be troublesome. And both the teams, Hellraisers, F4, they all the teams that were up top have now been finished off. Imagine now Team Solo holding the position where Team PK Virus were in the initial stages. Had they just held on to their grounds, they would have still been alive. But right now, Zorari Sports, this is a team that was facing a lot of trouble in the initial days, and now they find themselves at a very, very comfortable situation.
Absolutely. And if we're talking about HFD are going to fight, taking fight with Team Bablu. But for Koran is just eliminated a T247 gaming player just bursting a car and get the kill. And TUF thought trying to fight with a player Jut, he just knocked him out. And they are inside the zone, they can take some fights, and I'm just wondering that he can confirm this kill as well. And yup, he got the kill. Sidephobia also got eliminated, as well as Team Sides got eliminated. Now we have 7 team, 23 people alive. Bablu is trying to move inside the zone, but some nades are coming towards them. Kronos just got knocked out. The fights are going insanely, and the kill feed is also dancing. And right as Raja just knocked Bablu Pikachu. Bablu now is in big trouble. Tyrant just got knocked out. Teen Wolf is the last man surviving, trying to pop some heals. He having 4 first aid after this. And Umi just knocked Murtaza and finished him instantly. Now HFD, maybe they just got, okay, only 2 players is surviving for the team HFD. They are now in a big trouble.
Yes, certainly they are, but right now TUF's Thor in a good position, has spotted down the players of Team HFD, but oh my goodness, a lot of teams getting eliminated over there. 247 Gaming finally biting the dust, going back to its lobby on the 7th position, but they've managed to get 11 kills out of it. That is a huge feat in itself, but Team PK Virus still have all their 4 players surviving, have gotten 7 kills already, alongside Team TUF. Just the 1 loss of a player, but to have 4 kills. But now, as things started getting interesting, the circle takes a shift, goes in to favor the players of Team TUF, the only team inside the circle, and the only team holding on to the only compounds inside the circle.
Yeah, that's true. And now TUF just have to capitalize the gameplay because they are inside the zone. They are only team inside the zone. Zarar Esports, PK Virus, Golden Star, they're all trying to come inside the zone as well as the HFD. But Dribble just got knocked out. ZES, Golden Star's in a big trouble. And HFD, one more player just got knocked out. Single player surviving, but Golden Stars just got eliminated at the 5th position. TUF are looking strong. They can spot some player as well.
Yes, absolutely. Team PK Virus and Team TUF, certainly the 2 favorites to win this one out. But Team PK Virus definitely going on the aggressive front. You can see Rator, he is going berserk as he eliminates the final player of Team HFD. And now only 3 teams are gonna survive. 9 players in the lobby. We will have to see as to which team gets the chicken dinner. And Team PK Virus, they have to fight the circle and have to get inside the zone. But right now, the range had spotted him out. They took down 1 player, and that was Rana. But right now, Bhutto, he is still proning down. But Thor, he can capitalize on the situation. He can take down those players of Team PK Virus. But how is he gonna do that? Team TUF, oh my goodness, this is a shame. 2 players already being taken down. Thor being the last member surviving. Had they had 4 players, things could have been different right now. As we still have 3 teams surviving. 7 players alive. PK Virus, Bhutto, he needs to get that raise on. Raja and Rator, they have deployed smokes everywhere. How is this gonna pan out? Oh my goodness, the circle. Dead smack center for Team PK Virus. Can they get the chicken dinner?
Yeah, that's true. And Zarar Esports, last player surviving, which is Zalim. He just confirmed his kill. And now, PK Virus, zone is favoring them. PK Virus, can they get the chicken dinner? Because they know that the teams are in the compound. They just have to get them. But unfortunately, Raja got knocked out by a player. Zarar Esports, Zalim, the player, still trying to fight for his team. Still trying to get some kill as well as placement point. They are in the top 3. He just got spotted out and killed by Bhutto. And Zarar Esports get eliminated on the 3rd position. Now, we have just left with only 2 teams. 5 players alive. And 2 players from TUF and 3 players from PK Virus. But PK Virus just have to revive their 2 players because last man is surviving. Let's see what is going to happen. Thor is going to move towards him and he spotted some players, but unfortunately TUF just got eliminated at the 2nd position with 5 points and PK Virus got the chicken dinner.
Oh my goodness, like we had anticipated, PK Virus playing out of their minds, and the final last circle shift. You know, initially what we thought that it might just end up on those compounds, but it just went on the beside areas, and that was where exactly PK Virus were. And Team TUF did have a chance to actually stop them while they were making their rotation right wide in the open. But that's where I say you've got just 3 players, and I do not know what's wrong with these teams getting those 3 players in, not getting their all full lineup. But let's take a look at the MVP of this game. We have Lucky from 247 Gaming. Oh my goodness, 5 kills coming for him, 543 damage, survival time of 20 minutes, and 4 kilometers distance covered. This is a team that is not getting the highest position points, but certainly on the kill departments, I'm pretty sure I can bet you off with that. When the overall standing comes, 247 Gaming will have the highest kills.
Absolutely, this is true because they are focusing now. They are focusing on kills. They just want to annihilate the team as well. And I'm just want to talk about the player, which is Zarar Zalim. He's literally Zalim on the players of TUF, punishing them, not them letting go outside in the zone, and which is literally very bad for the team TUF. That's why they didn't got the second now.
Absolutely, but we will be also checking out on all those players who will be joining Lucky, and that is Zaidan, who had really played his hearts out, did clutch a squad in fact, and will be followed by Umi and Rator, the winner, in fact, taking 4 kills over there, and Bhutto also following him up with 4 kills of himself. So Team Pakistan Virus have been playing so well in this particular game. Yesterday in the map of Erangel, I saw a sign of resurgence from them, and they have finally managed to capitalize on it, carry it on into the semi-finals, and these are just 2 games done. We still have a lot of games to go, and right now all the teams are just putting their hearts out. I mean, the games are not going entirely till the last. You have matches going, fights going throughout, but now let's take a look on the standings of this particular game, where Team PK Virus will be getting the chicken dinner with 12 kills and gets themselves 32 points out there. Team TUF certainly coming on second, having those 5 kills, 19 points for them.
Yeah, that's true.
Team 247.
Oh my god, they have 11 kills and just have only 5 placement points. If they get some placement point, they are maybe on the top. And if we talk about Zarar Esports, have on the 4th position with 15 points, and Team HFD have 10 points, but Team Bablu still trying to manage, get some kills as well as placement point. They have total 9 points, and I'm just looking forward that they have to improve their gameplay. Maybe they are just focusing on the top 3 from the next game. And we have on the 9th position, we have Red Esports on the 7th position with 4 kills. But look at Team Sites, Team Aizen Gaming, Team Solo Esports, Team RDX Esports, and Team Next Gen Esports didn't got a single kill. They are just relying on the placement points.
Well, I mean, one placement point really does not make any sense, because these are the teams, iGen, Solo. I have seen Next Gen, in fact. I've seen these teams with a lot of potential. And Solo, they were one of the top 3 teams till yesterday. And now they find themselves struggling. I do not know what's going to happen. Yesterday, they were playing so well with 3 players. But today, even despite the fact that they had 4 players, and if you remember, Phoenix, the initial circles when we saw Team Solo completely entering from the western side, I did say if they hold on to that position, they might get better. But right now, we have to take a look on the team that really got the chicken dinner in this game. That is PK Virus, Rator, Bhutto, Rana, and Rajal. Look at the number of kills. It's just 2 games, and 5 kills, 4 kills, 2 damages, and survival time. So they do know how to survive. They do know how to get the kills. It's just the positioning during the fights. If they can just work on that a bit, I think this team is a strong contender for being the champion.
That's true. And we have the Raja is having almost the highest survival time, which is 24 minutes. If we have to talk about this, survival time is literally good. That's why they got the chicken dinner. They are literally focusing on placement points as well as kills, and they got 12 kills as well. And I'm just talking about the circle. Literally, the circle with playing with the players. I'm just going to focus on TUF. Now I'm going to focus on PK Virus. Now you just have to fight and decide who's going to be the winner.
Well. I mean, now let's take a look at the leaderboard to see as to how things have changed. Team Bablu still holding on to their first position despite the, they have had 2 consistent performances, 1 chicken dinner, another good set of games going in for them. And on the 2nd position, we have Team TUF, who have been consistent so far. Team PK Virus taking a plunge over there on the 3rd position. But like I said, like I predicted, the highest kills for 247 Gaming.
Yeah, that's true. They have 19 kills and only 8 placement points. And if we talk about Zarar Esports, they're also climbing up on the 6th position, having total 21 points with 7 kills and 14 placement points. This is a nice stat from the other teams, but I just have to focus on 247 Gaming. They can improve their placement point because on the top, the teams which having 20 points, but they have only 8. This is a nice thing. And look at the 9th position. We have F4 Esports with only 2 placement points, but 8 kills, which is equal to 10 points.
Yeah, absolutely. Team F4 Esports showing some signs of resurgence over there. Amazing clutch coming in from Zedan. But, you know, there was Team Bablu. They were just waiting like those hungry wolves, waiting for their prey. They knew that whatever gets saved out, we are gonna dine on them, and that is exactly what they did. But you know, I'm expecting some better performance out of Team F4 right now in the next couple of games. But a team that has to step up, has to be Solo Esports, has to be Golden Star, has to be Next Gen, and all the teams, even iGen Gaming per se, because they are kind of struggling right now.
Yep, they're absolutely, you're true. They're a little bit struggling. They can't get some kills, but if they have to be a little composed while having fights, change some strategies as well. And I'm just appreciate in this Team Bablu. Team Bablu was taking fight with F4 Esports, then Hellraisers trying to knock some players of F4 Esports, then Red Esports trying to knock some players of Hellraisers Esports. Literally the total chaos was going there, and the teams are literally trying to knock some players as well. And at that position, iGen Esports just got off guarded and got eliminated there.
I mean, that was a quadrifecta of fight. I mean, we have seen 3 teams fighting. Well, that was absolutely how you can say in general layman terms, a 4th party going on over there. Each team knocking out each other. They're just going in for that revive, then another team coming into the fray. Everyone wants a part of action. That is Pakistan PUBG Mobile for you guys, ladies and gentlemen. But right now, we will be going for a short little break, and on the other side, we have another match waiting for you.
Hello everyone, and once again welcome back to the PUBG Mobile Club Open 2020 Fall Split. These are the semi-finals. My name is Varun Super Johnny John. Joining me on the desk, it's going to be Phoenix, and now it's going to be time for the third game of the day, which is going to be played on the map of Vikendi.
Ooh, that is very amazing, and we know that Vikendi is known for the healed battles in the last circles, and I'm hoping that the opposite is going to happen, because we know that PK Pakistan, from the side of Pakistan, we see a lot of aggression from their side, and I'm just hoping that the same is going to come from them.
Well, definitely, but now we have an interesting situation developing in the overall standing. So this is a head-to-head between two teams, PK Virus and TUF. They have sort of had a similar performance, wherein you can see the difference. It's just one kill separating these two, wherein PK Virus, they have 13, TUF have 12. The damage being a lot more on the side of TUF, so they are being a lot more aggressive. PK Virus, they are being a little bit more careful than these two teams, sitting on the third and the second position respectively. And quite a close combat that's going to go there, and let's see if one of them is going to falter down soon.
Yeah, that's true. And if I talk about Team TUF, they have almost 2,400 damage, which is a nice damage. They just have to focus on getting some kills. They have to convert that knocks into kills, because this is going to be beneficial for you, so that you can climb up on the second or first position, and you can challenge the Team Bablu, who is just on the first position. And I'm just hoping that which team is going to get the second, and what are you thinking, Johnny? Which team is going to perform in the match of Vikendi?
Well, Vikendi, it's hard to predict, because you never know what's going to happen. You never know where the circle is going to go, how the match is going to go, and it is quite interesting as well, because anything can happen in this map. For the last couple of days, we have been seeing those land circles wherein water is hardly present, but we do know those edge circles, those drastic shifts in the very first circle do take place in this map, and after that it is a sort of an even shift towards the center up until the fourth circle. So common strategy, take an early center, just hold your ground and try and avoid the fights in the early stages, and in the later stages is where people get a lot more chaotic. But as far as the situation goes, these teams have known how each others play, because we have, as me and Fixus used to talk about this, old guards versus the new teams. It's not that case anymore. Now it is everyone for themselves. They have figured out the play styles, and whoever plays better is going to win. You need to make the least mistakes right now. That's what it comes down to.
That's true. And if you're talking about mistakes, what Red Esports did in the Sanhok game, they didn't move inside the zone early, because they just fighting with the blue zone, as well as the teams which are Hellraisers, as well as 247 Gaming, 247 Gaming and Bablu. They just have to focus on when they have to move inside the zone, maybe just do a little changes in their strategy, and they can perform well. And I'm hoping that at this match, Red Esports can prove themselves, because they have get some good kills in the previous match.
Yeah, they have been. I mean, even in the first game, Red did try and put up an amazing performance. It was the players of 247 that were sort of the nail in the coffin for the players of Red once they try to go for the water rotation. But this time, it's going to be a map that's a little bit more slow paced, so they will have the time to figure out how they want to take the situations, how they want to take the fights, and how they want to plan their rotations. They will have time to do all that, because the early fights are just not going to be there.
Yeah, that's true. And you're talking about early fights, and I'm just hoping that the F4 team should have early fights, because we know that their gun power is literally amazing. They have a high amount of kills, but their least amount of placement points. They also have to focus on their placement point, because plan A is certainly working for them on the kill side, but maybe they just have to move forward to their plan B, which is they have to focus on placement points as well. And I'm hoping that these two teams, which is Team Bablu, PK Virus, and the teams like Red Esports, F4 Gaming, they can perform well, have a good competition, and we can see some competition on the first, second, third position, because if you are on the second, first, and third position, you can move on the early next stages of the games.
Well, the top 15 will be moving on to the finals, that is, and it is going to be pretty incredible, because now 24 to 15, the numbers are going to be cutting down. who is going to make it. Finishing in the top is definitely going to give the team an advantage, a morale boost, a boost in the confidence going into the final. So now let's have a look at the team card for the team that's leading the charge right now. That is Team Bablu.
Oh my god, look at the damage of Bablu Dani. He have almost 950 damage and 8 kills. Bablu Pikachu is having 4 kills with 600 damage. Tyrant is having only 3 kills, but the damage is 711, and Teen Wolf having 2 kills with almost 500 damage. We can see that all the players are supporting each other in the kill department as well as the damage. They know that what to do, at which time I have to cover, from where the shots are going to come, from where I have to throw nodes and throw nades and get some easy knocks, and from which side we can push and eliminate the team instantly. And if we talk about the Pikachu, I'm literally hoping some electrifying performance from his side.
Well, the performance is definitely going to be electrifying, because these lads, they never look to stop. They are all about those chicken dinners. Can they get another one in this day? Only the match will tell. Only end of game will tell, because this match is live. The trajectory starts on the southern side of Dobromesto and goes all the way towards Trevno.
Yeah, that's true, and I'm just thinking that the circle is going to be on a Peshnoa side, because we literally saw a very little circle shifting towards the eastern side of maybe a cement factory or pod boost too. And I'm hoping that the teams who are landing towards the Dino Park and Winery and Abbey side, they just have to do some early rotations if the zone is going to be on the Peshnoa or Cosmodrome, because if the zone is going to be on Cosmodrome, they have a huge amount of space and players can be spotted in the open area and got killed. And this is very bad for you, because if you got killed and on the open area, the team members are going to have to do a lot of pressure, and they got a lot of pressure and survive, then get some points.
Well, definitely that is going to be true, but now the circle is going to be on the Dobromesto area. So teams like HFD is going to be really, really happy about this. They were the first ones to leave the plane. They will not have to move at all. And it is going to be quite interesting, because now they will just have to wait for the other teams basically to come in their direction and just hold on to their positions. But look at this. We will have an early fight on Trevno where we have Zarar Esports and the players of RDX. So early aggression is definitely going to be there in that position. But other than that, there are hardly any teams that are going to be clashing. One fight is all the way towards Trevno. Alright, it is Zarar and it is R3D. On the other side, there's another collision on slightly northwestern side of Dobromesto. That is the squad of Sights and the players from 247 Gaming.
Yeah, that's true, and I just want to see the fights between these two teams, because in those two teams they are one of the best, and we are looking forward towards the team of Red Esports, and they are very close to team of Golden Stars. Yup, Golden Stars is literally on a very low area. They are on the bottom table, bottom on the league table. They just have to be a little bit more confident. They need some confidence so that they can move forward. And Daniel, just trying to spot some players. He have a great compound and Legacy also helping him. But we can see a 2+2 split. Is this going to work out for them? Because, yep, they get a lot of information here, but they also need some knockouts, because information, you have to convert that information into your side, which is equal to kill, and kill is equal to 1 kill point.
I mean, the players are still close, so the support is definitely going to come in for either of the lads if they get into a fight. But they have to be really, really careful while they take the fight. Golden Stars and R3D really, really close to each other. The players of Golden Stars pushing in slowly and steadily towards the positions of R3D. And there's the PP Bison. We did see that in action in another region, me and Fixes. It was super deadly. But can they actually make it deadly over here as well? That is going to be a big question.
Absolutely too. And if we talk about Red Esports, maybe they just fall back and they don't want to take some early fights. And this is also good, because you did some basic loots. You need some good advanced loot, we can say, because if you have to take fight, the vest and helmet got damaged, as well as you're going to lose 1 or 2 players, which is quite bad. And this is a nice decision from Red Esports side, because in the previous match they are outside the zone, and in this match as well they they have to move inside the zone as early as they can, because they don't have to repeat the old mistake they have did in the previous match. And if we talk about sides, they're very close to Team 247 Gaming. They are also rotating. They just have to move inside Dobromesto, so there's no team to have a fight with them. And the team Hellraisers, they are also a little bit safe. But if we look at the Park Falcons, they are in the Movata side. They can gatekeep for the teams like Solo Esports and Bablu. And if they eliminate them, then maybe PK Virus can go on the first position, on second position. This is going to help them a lot.
Well, they might be able to do just that, but we're going to find out as the game is going to take a little bit of a faster pace as we move forward. Most of the teams, we do see them rotating in towards those compounds that they need inside the circle. There are a lot of teams. I think this time there is a really, really good spread of the teams all around the map. Usually we just see teams on one particular side, be it them taking the eastern side, the western side, the northern, or the clusters are there that are clearly visible. But this time everyone is spread quite beautifully on this map of Vikendi, and that is just going to make this map a lot more interesting, because that means the rotations are going to be cut off. They can be cut off from any single direction, but who's going to be caught off guard? Who's going to be the one who is going to do the catching of the other teams off guard? Only time will tell.
Yeah, that's true, and we have only 5 minutes gone, and the first zone is going to come after 40 seconds. We still have 16 team and 63 people alive. Yeah, a single player got not killed because Solo Esports, they are playing on a 3-man lineup. Maybe, Johnny, this is going to affect them because they are playing on the 3-man lineup on the Vikendi map. This is going to be work on them, the effect on them. Are they going to be in a big trouble, or they can manage somehow? What do you think about Solo Esports?
Well, they might be able to manage, because 3-men is not going to be an issue. It's 3 of the best players that they have. It's in fact 3 of the best players this region has seen. It's Absol, it's Psych, and it's Ghost. So they just might be able to pull it off. And I think if you want to go for a 3-man match, Vikendi is the best one to do it, because the match is really slow paced, so you are not going to be getting into those early fights. You are just going to be fighting in the later stages, and if you are smart about it, you can secure a really good amount of position points from this one.
Yeah, that's true. And if we talk about the teams, most of the teams, they are inside the zone. They are moving towards the western side. Maybe this is a good decision from their side, because they know that if the zone move towards the water side, because the water is covering almost 30% area and 70% area of land, this is going to be very good for them because they are inside the zone. They don't have to give any position. And Tiger just got killed by Jut. And wait, okay, he just got knocked out by Jut. And 247 Gaming in the early game, we have only 6 minutes and they are showing some aggression. This is nice. And still RDX Esports trying to fight them because they don't want to eliminate in a very early game. And he just spotted a player. Lucky, he's short, he just got a little bit health, he's surviving on 50% health. Let's see that how 247 Gaming is going to capitalize on this game and get some early kills.
Yeah, we will see that, but 247 Gaming, he gets spot out in the open, completely off guard. Lucky on the other side, he has been taken down. RDX, they are just being a bomb squad right now, as they are taking down the players of 247 out in the open, and this is what I was talking about. Teams being spread out on this map is going to result in this. Gaming, he spots out the player Tiger, the close range Uzi, at the rate of fire, quite precise, gets one knock, goes for the fights against the other two, is going to get double peaked and is going to be taken down. 247, they are falling left and right, but Jat and Omi, can they take this fight? King with the G36C and the raise advantage as well is going to have the advantage and the upper hand in this fight. The players from RDX, they have lost one lad, but 247, there is no coming back from this. They are going to have to back off Jat and Omi and just give up on their teammates. There is no revives that are happening for them.
Yeah, that's true. And if we talk about this is a bad decision from 247 Gaming side, because directly pushing towards the team who can spot you easily is a bad decision. Yes, we can see the two players are just got knocked out. One player just got eliminated. One Lucky just need revive, and Hamza spotted him. Can he kill him? Judge just reviving a player Lucky. If Lucky got revived, This is going to be very bad for them. But also, Judd also got knocked out, and Umi is the last man surviving for the team. And Kronis just knocked out a player of IGN Esports. The fight is literally going on their side. IGN Esports, one player is surviving, and he is going to get this fight. And Kronis just trying to get him. What is going to happen? I'm literally excited because IGN Esports, the cover is going to come. 3 players are going to come him, and Dame just trying to delay this fight because he need so that his player come and help him to get down the team, which is for HFD. And one player, Kronis, just got knocked out.
Yeah, the knockout is going to come in, but can they finish him off? As Kazan is going to be taken down as well, and IGN, they are being super aggressive. That's the thing about Vikendi. The switch in weapons, the close range weapons being present on this map, and the close range combat being a little bit more persistent on this map results in a lot of chaos. And IGN, the players live, they breed on chaos as they go on a path of destruction and have almost wiped out the entirety of HFD. Just 2 players surviving. It's going to be Murtaza, and up to his teammates. It's going to be up to these 2 lads to bring their team out. But the kill from Motu is going to be picked up by the players of PK Virus, and they definitely want the first position for themselves. Dime takes the fight, the spray, misses a few shots, barely not going to be able to get the knock on his opponents, and he barely manages to survive as well. 666, he needs to be careful. Exposed from the back, players from PK Virus, they were closing in. Murtaza, he's going to get the knock, turns around to take the fight against 666, but his teammate is going to get the finish. Alright, it was actually PK Virus who got the finish on 666, and now they are going to look to finish the players of HFD. It's going to be a 4 versus 2 fight all over again for these players.
Oh my god, what type of gameplay this is going. PK Virus, okay, one player just got knocked out, which is Raja. Maybe he's just going to get revived because they have the manpower. Bhutto trying to spot some player. They did a third party, and yes, it always helped them because they have 2 kills. They just now have to spot the 2 players last surviving for the HFD team. And Devin just got a Grenadier title, and Raja just got killed. And the team are playing nice. Aggression from HFD side is literally nice, and Rato just fall back. He just saw that the nade is coming, and Murtaza trying to get towards them. Bhutto spotted him. Can he kill him? What? He just opened the scope and didn't fire. Murtaza in a good position, and Bhutto, maybe here's a glitch, and oh my god, he just knocked him player, and the last man surviving for the team HFD is Davinger. Can he make this game? And he just threw a nade, but Bhutto is surviving on 30% HP. His head is exposed, and yep, he just got knocked out. Rana is also got knocked out. Rathor is the last man surviving for the team PK Virus. Ravenge is the last man surviving for the team HFD. This is going to be a 1v1 situation. Which team is going to get killed and which team is going to get eliminated? I'm literally focused on Rathor just trying to revive his teammates because he know that the last man surviving for the team Ravager, Murtaza, maybe he also gets revived, and this is going to be beneficial for them. But F4 just come from nowhere and steal the kill of HFD. Now the HFD and PK Virus in a big trouble because F4 come there. They just need some kills. They are hungry for some kills as well.
They're definitely going to be hungry for kills, and HFD, the revive comes in, as you said, but I'm really impressed by these players. I did not expect them to come out of this alive, let alone bring the fight to an even situation. They have reduced down the numbers of their opponents from a 4v2 to a 2v2. PK Virus messed up big time against this one. This should have been an easy wipeout, but HFD just using those choke points in this compounds quite perfectly and being really precise, really on point with the aim are gonna be able to take this one. It's an even fight now. Anyone can win. Both of them have good cover. Both of them are going to be able to have the heals and the utility for them. PK Virus a little bit more since HFD, they are coming in from a previous fight as well. And Rana with the Molotov is going to try and flush out the players outside the houses. And it does connect on Avenger. Is he going to be able to heal up as the tick damage is going to come in? The boosters are going to be put in. There goes the energy drink. He does not have any first aid, just some bandages. So he's going to be able to come back around 75% health again. But HFD, they're running out of sustain. They are running out of sustained health for the later stages. They are running out of utility. I think they're already out of utility at this point. So they they have to force this fight to move ahead, or they would somehow need to figure out a way to get their teammates to get away from them. Otherwise, HFD, if this carries on, PK Virus, they are just gonna HFD is just gonna roll over and basically get kicked out to the lobby.
Yeah, that's true. And if you talk about both the teams are now delaying the fight, they know that they're inside the zone. They don't want to spend their ammo as well as heals by just taking some fight, getting knots, and not going to eliminate a single team. They're just delaying the fight. They just want that where the zone is going to shift. And if we look at the Critch's side, no team is there except Zarad Esports, Red Esports, as well as RDS Esports. They are a little bit close to them. And Golden Stars are taking away and a rotation from the water side, and Hellraisers, literally they just spot them. Legacy inside the water. Adnan is not going to give any chance to any team because they are hungry for kills. And Hellraisers is trying to spot some players. Legacy got some damage of the zone of the water because he inside the water, the lung capacity got filled up. He just want to get out, get some fill some air inside his lungs, and again trying to swim. Oh, but he just spotted now. Snaker just spotted him and got a kill for his team. Now Golden Stars are now down to only 3 men, but a single player is on the land, by the way, and the 2 players are inside the water. This is going to be bad for them because Golden Stars trying to get move inside the zone by taking the water area, but they lost a player. This is going to be bad for them, but I'm just hoping that they are going to capitalize on this situation. But if they delay the fight, if they escape from the Hellraisers, 247 Gaming is waiting for them. They know they just trying to move in, but if Umi spotted him, this is going to be very difficult for them. And Avenger just knocked out a player of F4, which is Khan. Maybe they're having a long range fight. He has a chance to survive at their fight, and Bablu is also close there. Pikachu is very far away from his team, and AK is still in the water. He know that there is a player there. He just or maybe listen some sounds of footstep. He's just waiting. And 247 Gaming, Umi is the last man surviving. They have 1 kill, and next in esports coming towards him. Umi is the last hope for his team. Can he make it through it? I'm just waiting because the zone is going to change everything. But yeah, maybe all the teams are inside the zone, and I'm literally waiting that at which side the zone is going to shift, and I'm hoping that zone is going to shift towards the Critches, and I'm just going to see some fights between all the teams.
Well, the fights are definitely going to be there, and I think one of them is going to start quite shortly, as you can see on the minimap, as you did see on the minimap a few seconds ago. It was 247 and Golden Stars on the same position inside the water, and HFG, this situation is just getting dire as the seconds pass by on the clock, because now since the players are closing in as well, both these teams, HFD, PK Virus, they're going to have to worry about the surroundings, wherein we do see Murtaza trying to scout out his opponents and trying to make sure that the backlines are cleared. They do not get any unwanted aggression from any unwanted direction. On the other side, talking about unwanted things, Wick from Team TUF is going to take a headshot from the players of F4 as he falls down. The trade is going to be there as Khan was taken down as well. Zulkar sitting at 50% HP is going to try and heal up, and Ummi, the last player surviving for the squad of 247. Oh, he has been spotted out, but it is the UMP. The damage is not going to be enough to get the knock. Ummi in he has spotted out with the G36C. Ummi has the G36C. Daniel with the UMP in his hands. So the damage advantage is definitely going to be with the player from 247. And we're going to have to see, are they going to decide to take the fight, as Ummi did spot out the pixels of the backpack while the player from Golden Stars was going for the heals.
That's true, and he's just running. He just don't want to take fight because he know that the 2 players are there. They are close to Ummi, and Daniel maybe just given information that he is just above you. You maybe Golden Star maybe just throw a grenade, and maybe they got the kill, or maybe 247 Ummi just escape from there. But Daniel is just coming from there again. They all are both the players are peeking, but not a single shot got connected, and now we have zone. Most of the teams are inside the zone except these two teams. The two teams they are fighting, and Umi, he is also outside the zone as well as Golden Stars. The good decision for him that he is very close to the zone. He just have to move a little bit, and he's going to be inside the zone. This is a good thing for him. And next gen esports, maybe they hear the gun sounds, they can come towards him, and Wolverine trying to spot some players of TUF. Again, a long range fight. We can still see some bold action coming towards the side of the Pakistan region, and Venom just knocked Khan, and Wolverine still trying to knock some player, but not a single shot got connected, and Khan maybe just got a revive. And I just want to talk about, he just got knocked or second or third time. This is not a good sign for the team of F4, because in the last stage, if F4 Khan just got knocked out, he just want a revive ASAP, or they're just going to lose a player. And now if we talk about the map, Zarari Esports taking a long rotation from the northern side of Crisis. Bob Blue team is very close to Red Esports as well as RDX Esports. They all are fighting. Umi just spotted Daniel. Daniel is surviving on 60% health, and he just want to move inside the zone. And he is. He's just holding a compound. Umi also decided that this is a wrong decision for him. He have to move inside the zone because the zone is coming. And here we have the airdrop for having Og with a level 3 kit plus a ghillie suit. Is this going to work for them if any team get this ghillie suit?
Well, it might just work out. It is the Icy Ice Lands of Vikendi with the white ghillie suit. That might just be, it's going to give you a slight edge. And we talked about this, me and Fixes yesterday. Every single advantage that you can get when you're playing at this high of a level, a lobby with these many skilled players, you need that advantage. You want that advantage, and you want to use that advantage for yourselves. But as the blue zone comes in, the circle is going to shrink even further. Remember what I said about HFD and PK Virus? Well, now is definitely going to be the time to start moving in. They are still quite lucky that they were in the edge of the circle, but this is definitely going to go away from them now, and they will have to move out. The fight has lasted a lot longer than anticipated. It has been a it has been a cold war, literally, but the players did die on the either side, so the casualties were there in this one. Now, the utilities are, as we talked about, in the advantageous position of the players of PK Virus, since they came in quite fresh before they went in and just lost 2 of their own lads, but things are going to even down slowly and steadily, and it is going to be a forced fight, but I think PK Virus will have an upper hand just because of how much sustain they have in terms of utility and the heals.
That's true, and they have only 20 seconds to get this fight, eliminate some teams as well. And Murtaza is very close to Rana. Can he throw a molly perfectly? Yup, a low toss molly, and he just got spotted and knocked out. This is not a good situation for PK Virus because Rato is the only man surviving. And now Murtaza and Avenger just going to march towards him, kill him, and the zone is literally closing in. They have to move almost 150 meters inside the zone. He just confirmed this kill. They are going to get the car and move outside the zone. Okay, they're just trying to spot the last player because kills are also important. And Ghost just got burst out, or just got finished by the bursting out of the car. And TUF Venom just got a head popped by the Wolverine. And Theta just got knocked out. Red Esports Solo Ghost just got finished. Vocal also got finished. And Rator is also going to get finished. Team PK Virus just got eliminated at the 15th position. Murtaza is got knocked out outside the zone. And the last men surviving for the team is going to move inside the zone.
That was an over-aggressive move. That was something else. Definitely not... I mean, it was something that was required, and they did it really well, charging into the blue zone, getting the finish. But on our screens right now, the players of Zarari Esports getting caught off guard, take the vehicle on the downside of the raids just to be able to survive. Edgar is just going to pick up the kills of the Exterminators and make sure that they can exit from this game. As from the other side, I think Exterminators, the knockouts did come in from his teammates, and they just were looking to finish off the entire squad. You can see the team on the edge of the circle on our screens right now. Hellraisers is the team that are causing troubles for Zarar Esports. Khan 420 with the M24 in his hand, just gonna look to go for the finishes, as he is just gonna be a deadly sniper in this Lands of Ice, almost getting a knock with the M4. But The cover is going to be there, and the players from Zerar, they actually managed to get across on the other side of the road.
Oh yes, and Umi just trying to fry the player of Golden Star, which is Oxy. He's just barely surviving on 30% HP. He's having Uzi as well as G360. Can he win this fight? But no, because of the heal, Umi just spotted him, knocked him, and finished him instantly. And now AK is just trying to survive, but he is also going to get finished. And Umi is showing a very good game because he's the last man surviving. Daniel is also coming towards him, and he have 22 bandages. Oh my god. He just popped a nade. If this nade is going to work out, then the game for the 247 gaming is going to get finished, and Daniel is going towards him, and Umi take a fall back. He is also coming towards him. Maybe he's just going to spot him. Let's see which team is this player is going to get killed, and Umi just surviving on very low health, but Daniel finished him instantly, and 247 gaming got eliminated at the 13th position. Solo Absol, last player surviving for his team. He having 3 medkits, but the West got almost 90% damage, and Snaker just got knocked out by Zalim, and Venom finished King, and as well as Wolverine knocked TUF Thor, and HR Snaker got finished by Kratos. Rahman just finished the TUF Thor. The fights are literally going very amazingly. Teams are getting just knocked out and finished as well, and now Bablu is just want to move inside the zone because the next zone is coming, and Ghost knocked out SF Wick, as well as Venom also got knocked down and killed instantly by Absol.
Yeah, Absol is going on a death machine, but the players from Bablu, they step behind him. Absol is going to be in some trouble as the shots are going to be fired. But can they get the knock? Yes, they can. Tyrant is like, what's a knock? We go for the finish. And that is going to be the end for Team Solo. But now Bablu, Pikachu charging in towards the last remaining player of RDX. Just trying to make sure the player is not going to come out. He shows himself, then goes back for the revive. Danny from RDX is just trying to stay alive in the blue zone. Just dealing with the damage, but he catches them off guard. The knock is going to come and finishes off one. Pikachu has been turned down low. Danny is going to go for the finish. He cannot survive for long. Needs to use the first aid to come out alive, but Team Bablu, they have been punished really hard. Bablu Danny is also going to be taken down. They messed up big. They got distracted a little bit too overconfident. You need to keep an eye on your surroundings, and they are being punished hard for that one. Just one player surviving for Team Bablu. Can they survive? Can they come out on top on this one? Tyrant is going to try and get his teammate up on his feet, but that is going to be a really big challenge. In the meanwhile, Next Gen Esports also take an exit as Phobia with a nade is going to make sure that R3D just follow up right behind them.
Yeah, that's when FO just spotted a player of TUF, which is Edgar. He just got shots from different side. He is just taking cover of a rock, have 5 medikits, and he is have a good chance of surviving, but he also have to move inside the zone because the zone shifted towards the western side, and hell raises again. They are inside the zone. Rahman trying to throw a grenade. Can Edgar punish by this grenade? But a little bit short, and Edgar have a chance, but also got off guarded, eliminated by the Team Bablu. And Tyrant also got spotted out by Rahman. Did a lot of damage, but he is surviving on 20% HP. Now FO is just thinking that they have to move inside zone. 4 men are alive, and they have already 2 kills. They just need a good position inside the zone and get this second dinner because they are looking very strong, as well as Hellraisers and FoolEsports. All the teams are going to survive here and want that second dinner, and we have 5 team alive with 14 players, and we are looking at the team which is Sides versus the fight is going to be held between Team Bablu. Both the teams are outside the zone. Can they king this fight is a good thing, but Avengers just knocked Wolverine, and Wolverine, okay, he's just maybe going to get revived, but no, Avenger finished him instantly. He's the last man surviving, but what a courage from his side. He has 6 kills, still he's not stopping, and Zirkle just trying to revive the player F4 Khan. Can he revive? He just have to pop some grenades, but Avengers got finished by Rahman. HFD just got eliminated on the 5th position, but plus with 6 kills. Now FO having 3 players alive. They are inside the zone. They have a safe side. They just have to capitalize on this game and get the chicken dinner. But Bablu Tyrant, he is also there, as well as Danny. Can they get this chicken dinner? I'm literally waiting. And Adnan just got knocked out by Side Ghost. Nice. Team Sides have a good chance. They can push towards him and get this fight into their favor.
Yeah, the fight needs to be turned around in their favor as the game is gonna be heading towards the closing moment. The players of Hellraise is in a tough situation with one of the lads being knocked down. The revive can come in. Bablu Danny is gonna be taken out by the blue zone. That's gonna be the team in a really bad position as Tyrant is gonna be the last man surviving. Can he actually get his team into the top 3, into the top 2 somehow? A really big question. The kill for Danny was secured by one team, so that was one kill point being given away to someone. But Hellraisers are shit. He has spotted out Ghost from the team of Sights. The fight is coming in, but Rahman is going to be the one securing that kill for his team, for the team of F4. F4 sitting at 5 kills right now. Rahman with the AUG in his hands has 4 secured already. Tyrant is going to be sitting on his right hand side inside a really good cover with a tree and a rock, but Tarzan can actually take him out. The smokes have been deployed to create some more moving space for Tyrant, but it is still a really risky position since he is outside the circle. We do see the shots coming in towards his direction on the minimap as the players from F4 do not want him to stay alive. As soon as Tyrant is out, that's going to open up a lot of space for F4 to come up this mountain, and there it is. Tarzan, that was his head. That was Tyrant's head. He just spotted out.
Maybe he just don't want to kill him. Maybe if this is a glitch, or we can just have a look that which team is going to get die. Bablu Tyrant is outside the zone. Absolutely not a single team is inside the zone. All the team have to take a rotation and move inside the zone, but Sights looking in a big trouble. Bablu, just last player, just spotted out by Rahman. He have 5 kills. Can he get spotted? Oh my god, he just got knocked out. This is a caster curse. And the team is looking strong. Now Sights, one player is just not out. He just have to get revived. And F4, they are now looking in a big trouble because one player just knocked out. Khan is the only man surviving, as well as Tarzan. The same thing for him. And F4 just got finished at the 3rd position. Now, this is a fight between these two teams, which is Hellraisers versus Sights. And what a grenade from the side of Shahid.
Yeah, it was a good grenade. Down to 2 teams, 4 players alive. 1v3 situation. Hellraisers are definitely going to take this. That was no questions asked. It was a comfortable finish for them. And against that one last remaining players of Sights, the 3 players of Hellraisers were just too much. This is one of the teams that I was waiting for them to step up into the action, and with this game they are going to be inside the fight. They are going to be stepping towards the finals, I guess, but they need to be consistent. That is going to be required.
Yeah, that's true. And if we're talking about consistency, Bablu team is showing the consistent performance. They are in the top 4. They just know that, yeah, they lost a player, the last man surviving, which is Tyrant. He just got knocked out and that's just eliminated at the 4th position. But it's also nice. And just look at the MVP. We have F4 Rahman with 5 kills, 631 damage, survival time of 28 minutes 32 seconds, with distance cover 7.66 kilometers.
Yeah, an amazing performance coming in from Rahman, and we've always talked about this man in those crucial clutch moments when you need the players, when you need those individual players from your team to step up and take the responsibility. Rahman is that one lad who can do it every single time he is put in that position without fail, and it is quite incredible the amount of pressure he sort of pulled in that last situation. F4, we did see them on the low ground, already a really bad spot, but still securing the kills, securing the points, that's what you needed, that's what he did.
Yeah, absolutely. And now I'm happy for the team F4 because now they're focusing on kills as well as placement points. This is a good sign from their side, and this is very beneficial for them. And we have F4 on the 1st position. Now we have Archangels on the 4th position with a damage of 777, as well as he's having 4 kills, and Hamza having also 4 kills with 769 damage, and Venom from TUF Sights having 3 kills with 545 damage, and RDX Danny is also there on the 5th position with 3 kills and 490 damage.
Yeah, amazing stats coming in from these players for their teams, but individual stats are just not the thing that you need. It's not the only thing that you want. You want the placement points as well. You want the performances from everyone in the team. So that's why the standings are important. That's why the calculation of points are important. We have the standings for this game in front of us right now.
Yeah, we have Hellraisers having 9 kills plus placement point of a chicken dinner is 20. They have 29 points. Sights on the second position having a total 17 points, and F4 having 16 points. What a nice game from their side. TUF and Team HFD, both the teams have 13 points, and Team Bablu again coming on 6th position with 11 points on RDX Esports and Zarar Esports. Both the team having 7 points, and now RDX Esports now looking forward towards the kill because they have 5 kills, and this is also a good thing from their side. Maybe they just have did a little bit change in their strategies, and that's why they're on the first page of the scoreboard.
Yeah, the first chart is where you want to be, but a few upsets here on the second half. That is going to be Team Solo and Aizen Gaming yet again being caught off guard and not being able to take the fight. Solo Esports, the same situation. We did see them being taken out quite late if you're just talking about the game timer. As far as Vikendi is concerned, even late is a little bit too early in this map. And Exterminators as well, the charge incoming in from their opponents, just proving that you can face a demise for any given direction. And I was surprised by the players of HFD, and it was a good surprise. The way they took those fights, they were the ones challenging the compound once.
Yes.
The other time they were challenged back immediately when it was from a moment when the two players were forced to clutch out a 2v4. Moving on to another 2v4, dwindle down the numbers to a 2v2, and then when the blue zone comes in, they just run into the blue zone to secure the kills. They knew they weren't going to survive for long from there, from that point out. And they knew what they had to do. The points were important. They got the points. But now let's have a look at the stat of Hellraisers, and these are the overall stats.
Yup, Arshit on the first position having 4 kill with 1100 damage, and Khan on the second position with 4 kills as well, but 769 damage. Snake with having 2 kills with damage of 604, and Somi is only having 1 kill but 674 damage. This is a nice start from him because he just helping the team to finish the player who just got knocked out, and this is a very good thing from their side. And I'm literally get excited for the next game, that how the other teams who are in the bottom of the league table, how they are going to perform and climb up in the leaderboard.
Well, definitely even that's going to be important for the teams because the pressure is going to be there. We have 3 groups, that's 2 round robins that the teams are going to play, and it is going to be quite important that even if you don't perform in the beginning, you start performing from the second day. Let's have a look at the leaderboard as it is right now with teams from Group A and B playing the matches, and it is Team Bablu still leading the charge. As you said, quite consistent today, 54 points for them. Then it's TUF on the second position with 49 points. HFD is so close with 49, 46, 40 points for Hellraisers. PK Virus, they were giving a tough fight, but with the early exit in this game, they falter down a little bit, dropping down to the 5th position with 38 points.
Yeah, that's true. They just want to did a third party, but unfortunately they got eliminated. And a good sign from the RDX Esports. They are just moving up on the 13th position, having only 9 points, but improvement. We can see the improvement, and this is good. And if we talk about the team, which is F4 Esports, now they're working on their placement point as well as total points and kills as well. So now they have 14 kills and 12 placement point, which is equal to 26 total points. But I'm worried about the teams IGN Esports as well as Exterminator, because they're on the last and the second last position. They literally have to work on their strategy, have to do something so that they can fight back, get some chicken dinner, get a morale boost as well as confident, so that they can fight with the other teams who are just above them.
Well, I completely agree with that. They have to figure out something. Some change of strat is definitely going to be required. Either they push off the slow-paced gameplay, because right now they're focusing too much on the rotations, not enough early game fights, or they can just switch around things and get in those early game fights, secure enough kills early on, secure at least 7 to 8 kills early on, so that they have a good average number of points rolling towards the start. As I said, eyes on the prize. The prize right now in this semi-final is just to stay in the top 15 and in a comfortable position so that you can qualify for the finals. Before the last game, we're going to take a short break, so you guys just stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Fixes the window. Hello everyone, and once again welcome back to the PMCO 2020 Fall Split Semi-Finals for the Pakistan region. My name is Warren Super Johnny John. Joining me on the desk this time, it is going to be Fixes, and now it's time for the last day of day one of the semi-finals. Last game.
A last game, and it's gonna be in Erangel. I mean,
yes,
that's gonna be pretty intense. We have seen 3 different winners, and a few teams are like being consistent over there, getting all those kills. But right now, we have to see which team ends the day on a laughing note.
Well, that is going to be quite important, especially for the teams from Group B, since they are not going to be playing tomorrow. Tomorrow it's going to be A versus C. So Group B, they have to make sure that when they are not playing, they have enough points so that they can at least stay in the top 8, in the top 15 area and not fall down to the teams that are going to be coming in tomorrow, which there's a really high probability of that happening, let's be honest. So they need to put their best foot forward in this final match.
Absolutely. They have to ensure that they have such a good amount of lead that even after, day number 2 where they won't be playing, they'll still be somewhere around the middle. So the next day they can come back stronger. We have seen this mentality that it's in the world of PUBG Mobile. If you have a good lead, then you're better off, because if you leave things for the last, the pressure kind of builds up and it kind of somewhere messes up with your gameplay.
Yeah, it definitely messes up with a lot more things than the gameplay, but the match is live on Erangel. The trajectory in front of us, it starts from Lipovka and goes all the way towards Query again. Even the last time the circle was on the northern side of Query, between Gatka and Query. That's where the trajectory went, and this time it's on the southern side. I just hope I hope we get a similar circle. Although I would like to see an extreme north circle, be it towards Kamishki or Stalber or towards Darki or shooting range area. It's been a while.
Stalber is a circle I definitely want to see, because certain circles we have seen it become a very common thing right now. Now maybe teams will start trying to change the drop locations, try to go down south a lot often, because a lot of teams have to transition down, and that has been a problem with a lot of teams trying to enter and then kind of messing things up. But right now all the teams have taken their respective drop locations. Team Bablu, a team that goes towards northwest Georgopol, and Pikachu, he's got his own jet. He already feels that with the money that you're gonna get after World League, and then if you win a lot of tournaments after that, you can definitely afford a jet, can you?
Well,
would you go for a jet?
Yeah, I would.
If you're rich enough, like the first thing.
Why not? I mean, if I was rich enough, I would definitely get it. But, it might just take us a while.
Yeah. Do we get it on loans? Can you apply for?
Let's just come back to the game and not think about things that we're never going to be able to buy in our lives. One thing that might just happen is going to be someone from Bablu take an early exit, because look at this, the players are going for a really weird split on the southern side of the map, and they can be caught off guard by the players of TUF.
Yes, they certainly can be, but right now members of Team Exterminators, they've been having their own problems even after entering the semi-finals. They had to struggle their way in, and they have to work on something. But right now, Khan 420 taking down Apso. Oh my goodness, this is a disaster for this team solo. It's such a promising team. Johnny, what do you think went wrong with them during the group stages? They were doing so well. They were getting all those kills. They were maintaining that position points. But somewhere down the line, they've kind of faded out. And the first day, it's certainly not working out for them.
Yeah, it's not working out. Solo definitely not having a good day. And it's quite contradicting to the sort of performance we saw from them during the group stages. And I definitely do expect this squad to step up during the later stages. It's a really good team. These are really, really, really experienced players who have made this lineup. And Apso being taken out, we still have a lot of firepower left in the team, though. We still have Syke, we have Moise, we have Ghost. So let's see what these 3 lads can do. Fun fact, even in the last game, they were playing with 3 players.
Now, they had dropped off with 4, but now they are just left with 3. But taking a look at the circle, oh my goodness, we have seen a similar circle. We know how it transitions down south. So now Team Bablu, I guess they are going in for plan B, but I believe there is a squad right beside them in Primos. That is Team PK Virus, who has already got a chicken dinner today. So they are on high spirits, and in this particular circle, if you talk about yesterday, we saw like a ditto circle. In fact, I'm not even kidding. We all thought it's going to go north. Team IDL was down there on military base. Like I said, they had gone up north, but after that the circle just threw that curveball. But today we will have to see whether the circle is again going south, because if it goes down south, then there is a certain pattern and the teams will definitely figure that out.
Yeah, the teams are definitely going to figure this out, but I think this one is going to move slightly towards the middle of, I have to say, the main island, towards the main island. We're not going to get to see the military island circle in this one towards the ends. If teams actually do end up moving south, that's going to be a huge risk that you're going to have to deal with. So you better be prepared to fight from all the different directions. Especially, you better have a backup plan for the bridge area.
Absolutely. You need to know how to figure that bridge area. You need to know when exactly. I think timing is of the absolute essence in those bridge fights. You need to know when you have to move. Because taking a boat or swimming across, that's a very, very bad idea, especially in those competitive arenas, because when you know there is someone or the other who loves to shore camp and get those free easy, not even chicken, but those fishes. You can grill them, do whatever you want. But right now, getting down to Yasnaya, we can see a kerfuffle between Team Sides and Team 247. However, the surprising factor is that, Pochinki is the center of the circle and Pochinki is unlooted.
Yeah, Pochinki is unlooted. There are zero teams in Pochinki, although we do have a lot of teams heading towards the Yasnaya School Rozhok area. So quite weird situation, because if you're talking about this, almost if I were to draw a circle or a square from Rozhok School, Yasnaya, that situation, maximum number of teams I expect there, it's going to be 4. 1 towards school, 1 Rozhok, 2 in Yasnaya. That's what you usually see. This time we have, six teams in there?
Yeah, 6 teams. And look at Team RDX. They've dropped all the way so far in Komeshki. Now they have to make a very, very huge rotation. And that can go either ways. We have yet to see some stellar performance from Team RDX. But right now, Team Sides, they are making a move really fast. They know that Team 247 comes down to Yasnaya. They do not want to have those early losses, which is a decision I would definitely respect. But taking a look at Golden Stars, this was one promising team. Somewhere down the line, they are getting off to some early exits, and hopefully in the next day that they will be playing, they showcase some good gameplay. But right now, things are looking really good for Team TUF, Team HFD. They have been doing good. But Team Solo, they instantly finished down their loot from Novorepnoy, have made their entrance inside the circle and are sitting exactly at the position where the circle ended yesterday.
Yeah, the position is quite good, but HFD, what do you have to think about this? Quite exposed. We did see the impact of the gunshot that was directed towards Avenger. Now they are trying to find a position for themselves. And as you were talking about timings a couple of seconds earlier, I do agree. We did see the timings being messed up by two teams that were in a really good position, one of which is still in Yasnaya Polyana, that is 247 Gaming, and the other one was R3D. So timing is going to be of the essence if you're going to look to cross the bridge and head over towards the main island. But if you're going to plan to hold out and go for the late rotations, you better be prepared to take those shots in the water, and you better be prepared for trouble. But right now, trouble is going to be there for the players of TUF, as they have been spotted out from the rear side, where it is the team of HFD who are on the other side. We did see them moving for the rotation on the high ground.
I think also there is another team, iGen, that is also in the nearby fray. Yeah, and it's a team that we had a lot of expectations from, and they have been disappointing us so far. And I really hope the next day maybe they come back stronger, because this time around in the Pakistan region, it has been very, very competitive. But if you take a look at the team that has the best position, has to be Team Bablu, holding on to that high ground area, and they have a lot of information coming in. But just take a look at the map. The cluster of the teams have started forming on the left-hand side, and they are all looking to cross the bridge as soon as possible. But oh my god, Predator finding a knock onto its gear, instantly getting traded off as the members of Team TUF also retaliate back. But Rana taking down Pikachu, that is gonna be a huge knock.
Yeah, the knock is going to be pretty big. But now TUF, they going to go for the revive since the compounds are there for the covers. They can throw a few smokes and get to the teammate, go for the revive on him. On the other side, the team in front of them, quite exposed out in the open. The fight is going to be difficult. It's going to be a really, really hard charge. And for them, Baplu, we do see them on the edge of the military bridge. They are in a really bad situation right now, but the blue zone is closing in. So where is this circle going to go? It moves towards the Novorepnoy bridge slightly for farm Pochinki, the farm split circle, you might call it.
Well, Johnny, I must tell you, this might just go down. This might just go exactly where Team F4 is right now. But Rana getting a confirmation on his skills. Now Team Bablu, that was sitting in a very comfortable position, have now started to worry a little bit. They know that if they do not, if they kind of mess up, then they are gonna get eliminated. But Team iGen, they have their vehicles. They have 4 vehicles, which is a good strat really. And they've gone in for those barnhouse compounds. But Motu taking down Thor from TUF, and Danny will instantly finish Thor off. And with that, oh my goodness, TUF in the middle of nowhere. Kronos will be taking down Gear as TUF. They will have to retreat to their compounds. I mean, why would you have to move from a place where you were absolutely safe? Now they are having so much trouble.
Yeah, the trouble is definitely going to be there because this aggression that they're going to face, it's going to be from a team that has ample amount of cover. They can shoot at you. They are going to be in a really comfortable position. But you on the other side are quite exposed. You can take shots from anywhere. I mean, imagine. All right, this is a hypothetical scenario. The chances of this happening are really, really small. But imagine someone traveling from a boat. They might be able to take you out.
I mean, that is a possibility. Or else, the boat can just blow into, smokes right now.
It's the probability of the boat being blown up is a lot higher than you being taken out. But that's why I said the probability is going to be really less of someone taking you out. But you're still going to take damage.
Yeah, you are definitely going to take some damage. But right now, we see a few teams engaging against each other. Team Exterminators going against Team Zurar. Theta has dropped up a few smokes. He just has to get back to his vehicle, sit in there, and just back off, because this is a fight they did not want to take. But right now, Dime going all in, taking down Cronus as well. So a lot of kills are coming in those early mid games, and we will have to see. The best part about the Pakistan region is, win the final circles, you barely have just 2 or 3 teams playing. So it gives you a lot of movement space, a lot of area that you can play around with. You can make those flanks happen. You can throw those grenades without really worrying about getting third party, which happens in the Southeast Asia and in the Indian region a lot. So yeah, these teams have kind of figured out how to take the game to the end zone and how to survive. And this is one arena in which all the Pakistani teams can now learn something around, and obviously their kill fragging potential is really good. But they're going to be put to test when these 3 teams are going to qualify to PMPL to face against the teams from India and South Asia.
Yeah, definitely. They are going to have to see that. But all right, this feels a little weird. All of the teams clustered towards the farm area. We do have, I think, Exterminators in a really good position wherein they have taken control of that potato hill, the Pochinki hill that's there on the eastern side of the city. And that's going to give them a vision advantage towards the teams that are in front of them. But on the other side, it does keep you quite exposed. You have to be on your toes right now. Hellraiser's in a weird situation, crossing over from the Novorepnoy area, and the circle takes a shift towards farm completely. You were right, Fixes. You were on point. F4 bang in the center of this one. Oh, the wave of teams. Look at this. Look at this. The wave of teams coming in from the west towards east. This is going to be so chaotic. I can't wait for the fight to start. And there are the gunshots. There it goes.
Look at the Western cluster. I mean, oh my god, we are in for a treat right now. All the teams that are gonna rotate around, they will be all either bust to flames, their vehicles blown up as Karthus is spraying down onto its members of Golden Stars. But Oxy barely surviving from that. But Derange, we will have to see as to how this team is exactly gonna perform out. You remember the 100 IQ, not 100, it was a 300 or a 400 IQ grenade, because 100 IQ is pretty late. less, to be honest.
It is pretty less.
Yes, it is actually pretty less. But yeah, we remember Professor executing those grenades and those molotovs. But right now we have a fight going on between Team Red and Team Next Gen Esports, and Oreo, he has to fight it out amongst two players and does manage to take down one member, that is Walker, but will instantly get traded off by the members of Team Sides. A lot of third parties happening, but Saab really falling down and getting knocked over from his vehicle, and Goose will be capitalizing on that situation, taking him down as well. Tarzan knocking down Kronos, and Murtaza has also been the victim to Phobia.
Yeah, the victim is going to fall down, but can they get back up since there is the broken wall? All right, the revive has happened, and Anubis was going for the charge in, but he turns around. He's like, nope, need to be safe, need to be careful, and that is a good decision. But giving the opposing players space to breathe, giving them the space to reset, well, there is no reset. There's just going to be nades. The red zone being made by the players of R3D. The players of Next Gen falling left and right. Most of them being taken down. And the finishes are going to come in as well for them. But is it going to be a fast finish, as Oreo is going to be the last man surviving? Just like the first Erangel. Even in the first Erangel, he was the last man surviving. He secured 2 kills for his team, those crucial points. But that was during the later stage. This is an early exit for the team of Next Gen Esports. They follow up HAFD. So 2 teams who had a really good finish in the first game of Erangel today have the worst standing right now.
Yeah, I mean, that is a wrangle. Any team can capitalize provided they have good areas. But right now, things have not ended just yet for Team Red. I mean, Anubis, courtesy to those amazing 1 grenade, 2 knocks, they managed to wipe out a squad. But right now, they have to do something more than that, because you have another generation. This time, it is iGen. Next Gen definitely biting the dust. But how is Team Red gonna deal with Team iGen, in which they are kind of caught off guard right now? Shaw is right out in the way open, and Diem throwing that grenade. All those flurry of grenades are bursting through inside that small compound. How long is Team Red gonna hold up? They need those grenades. They need to fire it back. Motu and his teammates are over there definitely, but we will have to see as to how this fight progresses around. Smokes have been deployed in the other direction, and Goose will find a knock onto it. Anubis, this is gonna be huge. Danny taking the wrath of the play zone, getting knocked down. This is a shocker.
Yeah, that is definitely going to be a shocker. Team Bablu, they were in a really sticky situation wherein they were exposed from every single direction, but Tyrant is going to fall down to the play zone as well. But Shaw from R3D trying to take the fight against the players of iGen. He does follow the play, jump out the window. Team Bablu takes an exit on the 14th position, as Teen Wolf also is going to be taken down by the blue zone. And Dime with the nade is going to try and get a knock, but the damage is just not going to be there. The broken wall protecting the players of R3D, and as soon as Dime gets out from behind this UAS, he's going to be exposed. Jumps on the other side of the broken wall. That's going to give Shaw the opportunity to push in slightly and be a little bit more aggressive. iGen, the players have been cornered, but can they hold on? They just need to hold on for the teammate to get in. The rush is going to be there inside the apartment. One player, Motu being taken down. Dime, the last man standing, trying to take the fight in this one. The player 666 on the other side, barely surviving with any HP. Dime, he's there with 20 HP on him. Shots come in, damage being traded. No heals available apart from the damage. He has to take this fight with the TP. And if he doesn't come out on top, that's going to be the end of iGen again.
Yes, that is certainly going to be the end. But right now, Shaw is going in for the hill. But Dime, oh my goodness, he is a monster over here. He does not want to stop. He wiped the entire squad of R3D. Oh my goodness, 3 kills over here. Barely surviving with some sliver of HP, and did not really give up. And I was starting to wonder as to when 666 is going to come in and give the backup. But it was, when it is Dime, he does not need anybody. He can just go all in. He can just entirely eat up a whole squad right there. But Zarar, they have spotted down the members of Team Exterminators. We will have to see as to when exactly they're going to engage against them. But the Circle, again, taking a curveball up the northern area. And this time, Team 247 find themselves in a very comfortable position. They have those compounds. They do not have to worry much about now. But Lucky, he's getting a few knocks. And I guess the luck is in his favor. They have racked up the highest kills so far. but Team Solo's Moise will be knocking down Doyen, and that was a good knock, and it was just a time before they make that push happen. But right now, Team 247 knowing exactly how to push onto its members of Team RDX. They have cooked those grenades. The grenades are going in, and oh my goodness, Danny barely surviving over there. Jut really finishing off Tiger, and Umi, he knows exactly where the opponent is. The sound cues have already come in, and Umi and Lucky, all these three players are going to rotate around the right side. Jet providing that cover fire from behind, and let's see what happens. Lucky takes down Umi. Oh my god, some team frags coming out there, but oh, there you go. The finish comes in, 247, a force that is to be reckoned with, and all those grenades coming into action, and with that, Team RDX get barred down to the lobby as well.
Well, that was a chaotic finish over there, but something even more chaotic. Look at where the circle went. It moved up north again.
PK Virus, oh my goodness, they must be having that smirk. They must be smiling. I mean, they must be thanking to their gods right now with the way Circle has favored them. But yes, a lot of teams are gonna rotate down. We have to see as to how or which area exactly the members of Team PK Virus are holding. Do they have good ridges? Because two things can happen. Either they just hold on to the center and wait and just pray that the next circle also favors them, or else they'll just get sandwiched by absolutely everyone from the northern area, from the southern area, and they might get wiped out.
Well, they might just get wiped out as well. But as you were saying, the circle playing with the players' minds, I think PK Virus, they are thankful right now, but are they going to be in the later stages? And as we were talking about the players from Team Solo, Psyche is going to be spotted out, the shots being missed, and they finally connect from Golden Star's Legacy. Quite exposed, the players, an easy target out in the open. The blue zone damage was there as well, but what is this? Exterminator to the middle of the rotation. Don't jump down that fast. You're going to take a lot of damage, and he's going to be finished off as well.
What? What did we just witness right now? This is absolute pandemonium. I must say, two players, just for the sake of kills, jumped down from their vehicles and were instantly wiped off. But right now, Exxon knows that there are two enemies. One enemy was taken down, but he was traded off as well. So PK Virus having that one little shack for themselves, and they still somehow managed to survive. But look at the players of Team Zorar Karthus. He has spotted down the players of Team PK Virus. But that is a very good dip. And if they play their cards right, they might just get a chicken dinner. But Bhutto, he does not want to give them that. He knows he has spotted his prey. He just has to connect his shots. Golden Stars, they are on an abysmal run, getting all those knocks, all those finishes. But right now, oh my goodness, Drag, I believe, has spotted out players right in the open with the pans off, and it's just a matter of seconds. He comes out of the smoke and takes shots on them.
Yeah, the shots are definitely going to come in from Bhutto's side, but Exterminators on the other side, they're going to take an exit. That was a weird thing Exterminators just did there. I mean, you look around before you fight. You just don't charge in out in the open and just focus. Tunnel vision. Tunnel vision being a key factor, and greed as well, as you said, Fixes. That was the perfect word. Being too greedy for those kills is also going to put you in a bad spot. But now, PK Virus Zardari, he has spotted out the players from Zorar Esports, quite exposed, and the fight is definitely going to take place. But one thing both these teams need to focus on, it's going to be on their rotation, because PK Virus, at least they have two players inside the zone. Zorar Esports are completely out of the next circle.
Yeah, they are completely out of the next circle. And Golden Star, oh my goodness, they were doing good, and suddenly they find themselves out of the game. Right now, 6 teams just remain, 20 players alive, and it's absolutely chaos over here. But Bhutto, he does not want to give up. He has converted his AKM into a DMR right now. He is taking the single taps, and we have seen what can happen, how dangerous this weapon can go if you connect to constant headshots. If you have a level 2 helmet, you are just donezo with that. But Team PK Virus, oh my goodness, Rathor gets a knock, he gets a revive real quick. Rana, he has to be very careful right now, because the members of Team TUF have already come in, but they are taking shots from somewhere else. And oh my goodness, Vic surviving on a sliver of HP. They need to deploy the smokes, and that has to be done fast. They are on the low ground, and oh my goodness, the vehicle blows, and alongside blows the hopes of Team TUF to get that chicken dinner.
Yeah, the chicken dinner can be theirs as we are down to the top 5 teams, 17 players still alive. And Hellraisers, they look to capitalize on the sort of performance they have had so far. All the 4 players in a really good position on the edge of the circle, find everyone out in the open. The shots come in, and it's the players from sites that they have spotted out. The damage was there, but the knockouts just did not come in. F4 is still in this one, and the fight can be theirs as well. So it's going to be the final fight to see who is going to be the winner for the winner-winner chicken dinner in this game, basically. And Hellraisers, they are raising, well, hell
itself. And I mean, I do not know what to say right now. They are doing so well, getting chicken dinners. They have gotten their players inside the final circles, and they've got all the 4 of them alive. 5 kills, and an amazing outing from their side as well. Team Zarar, they have had a rather rough day, but they seem to be ending on a good note. And just 4 teams remaining. 13 players are still surviving. Snaker, he knows where the players from Zarar are. Karthus has been spotted, but will be taken down by Khan 420. Team Hellraisers showing the teamwork out there. F4 Esports getting eliminated from this game right now. And Zalim, oh my goodness. Oh, and that was just Team Hellraisers being Zalim, literally justifying his name. But Team PK Virus, look at the smokes that they have deployed. Rator and Rana still surviving in that shack, as we can see. But Team Sides, Phobia, he's been taken down. Just the 2 players remaining, Ghost and Abood. Can they manage to take down the players of Team Hellraisers? And if they close in, 1 good grenade can cause or result into 2 grenade knocks, and they can capitalize on that. But right now, I think how the situation is, we can expect Team Hellraisers for a back-to-back.
Yeah, you can definitely expect them to get the back-to-back chicken dinners, and that is going to be such a good boost for this team if they actually manage to do this. This team, during the group stages, we saw them fall down again and again and again and struggle to get those points, but now they have figured out what the mistakes were, and the perfect gameplay for the Hellraisers is definitely showing. And it is Khan 420 making the difference this time. 7 kills already confirmed for the team. They're going to look to get more and clean out anyone left in this server. That is 3 teams, 9 players. A 4 versus 3 versus 2 situation in the favor of Hellraisers. But for that, they are going to have to get those kills. And Snake, I love this man, the way he creates opening for his team. Just taking down 2 players along with his teammate Adnan, and goes on a domination with the 3 kills that he has right now. So 9 kills confirmed. 4 versus 3 situation. Teams thrown down. Snake is going to be taken down by Abood as he gets spotted out. 3 versus 3. Hellraisers, they are grouped up together. That's a bad spot to be in. 1 nade and they could be over.
Yeah, they can certainly be over right now, but they still have the blessings of the circle as members of Team Sides have to make their way in on right in the open. But they are oblivious of the fact they still believe that there is another team that is surviving, and Phobia will be checking that out. He knows there are some crates nearby. If he can get a few other smokes, he can do well as well. But right now, Team Hellraisers, like you said, are kind of constricted to one entire area. They've got all their 4 players alive, but right now, Abood, he is spraying down, but he just gave away his position. Ghost, he has also sprayed down as well, bursting the enemy vehicles, and I think Khan 420 will find that first knock, instantly turns into a kill, but it all comes down to Abood and Ghost, and oh my goodness, 420, he does not want to stop, and with that, we see a back-to-back coming in. Sides getting eliminated. Team Hellraisers raising hell down and getting that chicken dinner. What an amazing play.
Well, definitely an amazing play and an amazing finish to these guys. First half of the day, they were a little bit slow. I mean, they had a good performance, but not the chicken dinner. Second half of the day, 2 games, they got both of them.
Yeah, they did get both of them, and then different maps as well.
Yeah.
And under pressure, like after first 2 games, you were kind of like starting to, you have this momentum breaking in, but that is where you need to hold on. You need to understand as to how to play the circle. And this time, the circle had played a lot of curveballs on us, like we saw. But let's take a look at the MVP of this game, and I believe it has to be Khan 420.
Well, it can be. We'll have a look right now because the player's name is going to be in front of us, and I think, it is a Hellraiser's Khan 420 with 5 kills, 1147 damage, 25 minutes, 7 seconds survival time, and distance covered 6.31 kilometers.
Oh my goodness, 1,147. That is ludicrous damage coming in. Almost like half of his kills were kind of left away. Imagine, I would have loved to see how many knocks this player made. Like with that amount of damage, oh my goodness. There are certain individual players that have exceeded the 1,000 mark, and now it's kind of has become a mainstream job for an MVP to score, get over this 1,000 damage.
Well, we have the top 5 players as well, and alright, Ghost is going to be the one closest to count 420, but he only has 3 kills, so his knocks were also just given away to either pickoffs to other teams or the players got revived. But the damage, that means the pressure was being put on his opponents. Hellraisers, they have 2 players in here, Khan 420 and Adnan. Sights, they have 2 as well, Abood and Ghost, and then we had 1 player from PK Virus.
Yeah, absolutely. And team Sights, this is also one team we have to talk about.
Yeah.
The initial days of the group stages, and they were doing really good. They were performing well. And today in the first 3 games, they were kind of struggling, but now they've picked themselves up. Have had a good run so far. Abood and his teammates are getting a lot of kills for themselves, and when they come in the next day, they will definitely be performing really well.
Yeah, they will definitely perform, but now we have the standings from this game in front of us with Hellraisers, Chicken Den at 32 points, followed by Sights with 25 points. So Hellraisers, I think they will take the first position from Team Bablu, since most of the teams in the top 6 took a really, really early exit in this match.
Yeah, like we saw Team Bablu getting eliminated really early on, and I started wondering as to what happened. I just checked the map feed and I saw them in the water. So they were going down south in the water, and suddenly that zone takes a northern shift, and they just could not cross it over, get into the land, they could not even heal. So that was a desperate death for Team Bablu, and this time they will just be getting that 1 point. And Solo Esports, Johnny, this is a team now I'm really getting worried for them, and I mean, I do not know where would they go from this.
Well, it is a tough situation, but you want to hear the good news that I think might be good news to them?
Yeah.
We're just getting started with the semi-finals. This is the very first day. If you want to, I firmly believe this. If you want to mess up, it's good to mess up in the initial days, because during the later stages, you definitely don't want to make any mistakes. Now, if you are getting into trouble, you can still fix it.
Yeah.
Especially on the very first day, your very first 4 matches, you will have time to fix it and come back stronger. In the later stages, especially on the last day, it's going to be so bad if you make a single mistake.
But there you go. Hellraisers HR, the team card for this particular team. Khan 420 having those 9 kills. Oh my goodness. In just 3 matches.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. He is abysmal. He is abysmal with 1916 damages. And Snaker with 5 kills and some good damage coming out there. But talking about Team Solo, like we were discussing, are they trying to pull off a BTR? Staying in the first day, they stay on the 19th position. Next day, they're back on top. Are they going to do something like that?
Well, if they do that, it's going to be an incredible run. But Khan 420, 2 matches, almost 2,000 damage, 1,000 damage average per game. That's a good start to have, and that's a deadly man to have in your team.
Yes, certainly. And they've got a good start. They know they're going to be on top. They just have to keep it up. They should not just grab their pants. They should not, make those mistakes.
Yeah.
But we will also have to take a leaderboard as to how things have changed around after this last game.
Well, let's just have a look at it then and see where the teams stand. I mean, Hellraisers, expected this to happen. 72 points. And the second team is going to be TUF with 57. All right, there's a tie for the second position. TUF and Sights, 57 points to both of them. But look at this. The kill difference between those 2 teams. TUF being super aggressive. 21 kills to this team.
Yeah, and Sights kind of, take all those credits in the position points. 40 position points for them. So now they are standing equal. It's just nothing really separating them. We've got so many matches. Team Bablu had a very explosive start, but kind of have had mediocre performances after that. But there you go, going down under, we have Solo Esports, RTX, Exterminator, iGen, Nexion. All these teams are struggling so far. Golden Stars were looking promising in the last game, but while they could not just get inside the circle in right amount of time.
Well, 11 point total in 4 games for Team Solo. That's a bad average to have exactly as you pointed out. But once again, just day number 1 of the semi-finals. Much more opportunity to come for these teams, and it is going to be really, really important that they step up when the next day happens. Otherwise, messing up one day is fine, but you do not mess up 2 days.
Yeah, you cannot afford to, mess up 2 days. I mean, those teams that have been doing really well are sitting on top. Can maybe, slack off in a game or two.
Yeah.
But, what happens really is the momentum kind of slips out, and that is where the demise starts coming in.
Exactly. Plus, you need to showcase that you can stay in the top 3 consistently or stay in the top 2 consistently. We have the kill leaders in front of us right now, wherein Hellraisers, Khan, 420. Once again, first position in 2 games.
Well, I mean, that's what he has been showing, and that's a statement. Being a substitute for a team, coming in and absolutely being a kill leader overall, leading already with 9 kills and 1916 damage. That is abysmal. Followed by Ummi from 247. Ummi, this entire team has been good on the kill department. However, they could work on those position points. Rehman, alright, this is a player. He has got a lot of international experience, not just in this region, also in the MENA region as well. And Lucky and Venom, these are the players that we are looking out for. TUF, another player that was Edgar. But we got to see yet more out of him. Murtaza will be definitely following on the 6th position. Danny, oh my goodness, he was not really impressive during the group stages, but my oh my, has he not stepped up this time around?
I mean, that's the guy, as I said, an impressive entry fragger for his team. Anubis is also a man that we need to keep an eyes out for, because R3D Esports, they tend to stay under the radar, but when they pop off, it's a pretty big pop off. So we did see the old teams perform really well today. We did see the new teams try and figure out how things are going to work out. And Hellraise is just coming and swooping in the first position in the very end. That was just impressive. But as I said, we are just getting started. This was the very first day of the semi-finals. It's going to be day number 2 tomorrow, where we are going to see teams from Group B, A and C in action. It's going to start at the same time. We are done for today. This is Warren Super Johnny John being joined by Fixes. We'll catch you guys tomorrow at 12:30 p.m. That's Pakistan time. So until then, take care and have a great day.